Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Throw until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue, shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun, oh but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. 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 to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say hello, friends. Welcome. How the heck's it going? Happy Saturday morning to you, or happy Saturday morning to me, I suppose. Happy Friday evening to you. Hope every little thing is a-okay, all right. It's good to be here with you once again. Today, I'm trying something a little different over on the YouTube side. I'm leaving the chat on. I'm not going to engage with it. I'm not going to have big conversations, but just so I can give little hellos real quick, because I feel bad when people come in and say hi and I ignore them. This happened the other day. I looked after stream at the list of people who had chatted, and there was like 12 people over the course of 4 hours like, hi there, hope you're having a good day. And what they got response was, nothing. So I'm going to try to just say hello to those people and invite them to come to Twitch. Not too much, but yeah, I struggle knowing there's people watching me and wanting to engage, not being able to, so we'll work on that some more, I guess. Go Wrexham indeed! Yes, indeed, Fred Jim, it is indeed a football Saturday here. That said, the match does not start until 4:45 tomorrow morning. It's a trophy game, so not in the league, but an important match nonetheless that I'll be getting up very early to watch. That said, with the what's it called? With the shift in time zones, that's not right. Shift in daylight saving time in England, my matches are now 1 hour later. So normal start time is now midnight instead of 11 p.m. Oh, I've got to become a night owl somehow. I've never been good at all at being able to stay awake for many hours, but yeah, hopefully. Hello, Jim Miller. Should you come to Twitch? You're already there. Oh. You all are screwing me up. Hello, Pepper. All of you over on the YouTube, you're confusing me. Only new people allowed. Only new people on the YouTube. Hello, Slivers. You laugh so hard the YouTube suggestion post on Discord. Yeah, so presumably because you watched the channel over there. Because you no, Jim, it's fine. You're absolutely fine, Jim. Because you watched some of me on YouTube, it recommended my most popular video of all time. If you've never seen this thing, it's an outtake from a Dungeons and Dragons session I was part of, in which one of the players fell asleep live on camera. Fell asleep is a polite way of putting it. That particular streamer had a bit of a love affair with the bottle, we'll say. I think he's over that now, but yeah, we talked to him so often about, man, you gotta stay focused on the game and, put on a show for people, and yeah, he just went a little bit hard while we were live and fell asleep and eventually fell over backwards out of his chair. It was pretty darn bad. At the time, though, we didn't realize what was happening. It was very, very funny, and that post made it to the front page of Reddit and had thousands and thousands of views, and yeah, it's a nice video. It's a good video, but it's not my normal by any means. Forklift, welcome back, friend. How you doing? Hello to you today, Cortraption. Hope things are good for you all. Hello to you, HPG. Welcome in Axix. Hello, Silence. Pepper, hello in both places. It's good to see every one of you. Hope things are going very well indeed. Let me begin with a thank you. The thank you goes this way. 2 or 3 months back, maybe even longer than that, we had a conversation here. A conversation of the form, I'm considering turning on ads on the stream, which I had never done previously. And yeah, I talked about, will this destroy the channel? Will this cause everyone to leave us? Will people say, Resorty, you sell out as you turn ads on? And it turns out now we've had 3 or 4 months of good data to look at. things are fine. Things are fine. You all seem largely fine with it. Now, I realize many of you are subscribed, and so what ads mean to you is just you get to see the crossword, which is delightful too. Wait, you can turn off ads. So, no, it's not possible to turn off the, oh gosh, look at the time, gotta be going, bye. Hello again. So the way ads work on Twitch is this. There are two basic settings. Setting number one is if you have an ad that runs as someone joins the channel. So when someone first comes to the channel, it's what's called a pre-roll ad. And this kind of ad runs for 30 seconds to a minute or so. And you have to watch it before you can see any content at all. Okay. Number one, pre-rolls. Number two is what's called like mid-rolls, I guess, where if you run a certain number of ads during the stream itself, then it stops the pre-rolls from happening. And the rule is 3 minutes per hour will do that. So for a very long time, we had been a pre-roll stream where people would not get any ads while watching the main show after they sat through their initial few moments there. And I said, okay, well, maybe better to try the mid-roll thing. And so that's the movement there. There's no way to turn off ads entirely unless you're a very small streamer who is not making any money off of Twitch. Then you don't have any ads if you don't want them when you're very, very small. But yeah, so I made an intentional decision to move from pre-rolls to mid-rolls, and it's worked out okay. That's what I mean to say. It's worked out just fine, and you all seem largely tolerating, I suppose. Opening a stream being hit by mid-roll is tough. It is indeed. Yeah, opening a stream and getting hit with that pre-roll, people hate too. Like, the thing about ads, of course, there's no good solution, right? The good solution is, LOL, just don't use ads, but that's not possible on a platform like this one. So yeah, I tried very, very hard to think about it, talk to you about it. We voted a few times, and I made the decision. So what I mean to say is our growth has still been good. Many people are still showing up. I do worry that some people have said goodbye to the channel. You know, who knows? But yeah, I want to say thank you for the advice and the commentary along the way, because man, I was so concerned that if I made this change, no one would ever talk to me again. I would just be absolutely floating along in lonely sadness with my ads running, and that's about it. So all good. With that said, also, and then this is the part where it's a little bit braggy, but happy to report that in the past month, I have spent that, has made more money than ever before on Twitch. So I've been streaming now on and off for 7 years. This past month was the strongest month ever, in large measure because of the ads, in fact. So thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I don't like talking on the money side all that much, but it is very nice where I can take that money and spend it on the things I need for life and things that my wife needs for birthdays and so on. So hopefully that goes well enough indeed. Hey, speaking of support, Smitchy the Kid, thanks for moving your Prime sub over to that very generous Tier 1 sub. I'm glad you're enjoying hanging out enough that you imagine yourself wanting to do it more in the future. Thank you so much. Hey, Rich Sun UK, welcome to channel. I'm doing very well. How are you? You were recommended, or I was recommended to you by a Football Manager streamer, Mad Scientist. Oh, Mad Scientist is great. I've watched him stream a few times. We have very different time zones, unfortunately. But Rich, welcome indeed. Because it's a Saturday here in Japan, you'll see me wearing my football kit. Wrexham all the way. Usually I wear a jacket and tie on streaming, but welcome. I hope you're doing very well, and thank you for being with us. Today we're not playing Football Manager. I think we might do a playthrough later this year, but probably not. We'll see. But we're playing Cities Skylines instead, a game I'm so very much enjoying. And as I said on the Discord, those of you on the Discord already know this, I'm planning to do one more day on this save file, and then next week we're going to start a new save file. We're going to start a I don't know, some totally different kind of city with some totally different kind of goal. This one is just our starting city where we're bouncing around and learning how it all is put together. Next week we'll have grand ambitions, making the best city ever. I look naked with no tie on. I mean, we can fix that. Here, behold, the salmon tie. Ah, this is good. This is definitely good. This feels so disgusting. Oh, no. I love it. Lamp, you're saying you should never, or am I saying you should never subscribe so I get more ad revenue? No. If you'd like to subscribe, if it makes you happy to subscribe, if you have the money to do so, I appreciate it. Definitely, I would get more cash money through the subscription than anything else, but it's your call. And I never feel pressure, never feel obliged. It's just nice that some of you tolerate the ads, for sure. There we go. We're lovely today. What's the sports shirt I'm wearing? It's Wrexham. Wrexham, down in the fourth tier of English football is good old, or fifth tier of good old Wrexham. The Ryan Reynolds team all the way. No, it's not United. This is United Airlines, not Manchester United. What do you take me for, a Premier League watcher? No, I watch League One this season. Last season it was Vanarama National League. Of course, when we play Football Manager, we also play those very small leagues, those very small teams. I like seeing the people other than the grand Champions League people, stumbling on the field and making errors everywhere. That's right, we're not classy enough to watch the Premier League. That's far too fancy for people like us. Anyway, as I mentioned earlier, yesterday was a holiday here. Yesterday was Culture Day, and so my wife was home from work, which was so unbelievably nice. My wife and I got to hang out during a time when she would normally be working pretty hard, and we went for walks together. We went to a very, very busy store together, the Don Quixote store. We mentioned that one before as being an absolute insanity store. There's just things packed in everywhere. I wonder if I can find a photo of it. I bet I can. Let me pull up this page right here and see if we can see the Don Quixote together. Don Quixote. That's not how you spell that word. O-T-E, good. Yeah, the Shinjuku one will probably work for our purposes. Let's see. Okay, so that's the outside. Sure enough, it is, quite big and bright and all the rest. Are there any inside photos? Store. This will do it. Hello? Hello? Yeah. So every single shelf is just like this. Let me big in this picture, hopefully. Oh! So every single shelf is just like this. And there is noise, and there are like bing-bonging, come look at this. And it's, the local one is 2 floors of this. And it feels like a dollar store in the US, but with even more pink. It is absolutely insanity, and Noms loves it so much. My wife loves going row by row, aisle by aisle, looking at every single thing, thinking, oh, I could buy this. Wouldn't this be fun to have? For me, the way I approach it is, I need to go buy some toothpaste. I will go inside and grab some toothpaste and then get out of there as fast as I possibly can. It's craziness, though. A anonymous gifter. Thank you for gifting a subscription to our friend Flopsadoodle. Flopsadoodle had a great joke a moment ago. You thought the Briz-Toll Rover's my team. Because, like, Briz, very good. Thank you, gifter, for your generosity. Hopefully enjoy the emotes. Red Paradox, hello, friend. Rich, you're a fan of Sunderland. Okay, I know the Sunderland Till I Die a documentary. I watched that when it came out. I've also enjoyed watching the recent David Beckham documentary. If you're someone who is into sport at all, or into like, good documentaries, I strongly recommend the Beckham documentary. I guess even if you don't like soccer football, you might still like it because it is a story about the intersection of real skill, real skill inside of one's chosen domain, as well as family commitments and media celebrity culture and the pressure of a nation expecting things of you. Yeah, definitely it's a very candid and interesting documentary. There are a lot of one-on-one conversations with various footballers throughout the years, as well as with David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, so-called Posh Spice. It's on Netflix, I think. My wife and I have just finished watching it, and yeah, definitely, let's say 1 3/4 thumbs up for that one, for sure. Hello, Kotora-sama. Good seeing you. Lamp, you've seen this thing in the Yakuza games. Yeah, a lot of the stores that are big and fancy and eye-catching show up in various computer games like Yakuza, like the Persona series. There are various stores I go to regularly that appear in video games now. It's so strange. How does a shop like this work for a wheelchair user? Yeah, Rich, this is one of the worst things about Japan. It is very, very, very good. Very, very, very good. With the accessibility for unsighted people. Pretty much every street in Tokyo has a yellow lane, which is raised. So if you use your cane, one uses their cane, you'd be able to follow along really easily. The city is good at that. As far as people who use wheelchairs, though, it is so unfriendly. Only recently have all of the train stations in Tokyo installed elevators so people can use the trains, which is so behind the times. But there's no ADA here. There's no expectation that people are able to use even public buildings if they're in wheelchairs, which is so, so, so sad. Especially because a large portion of the population here is very old. And so a lot of us are heading in the direction of using wheelchairs someday. And yeah, that's been noms I've talked about a lot, is being older here must be incredibly difficult because just getting around is not a priority for the city government. It's very sad. But yeah, sorry, I have a not great story on that one. Thorn, you're basically right. Yes, indeed. Jimmy has finished the show Squid Game. You don't know what to think. I did not watch Squid Game. Didn't watch Squid Game because I get scared of scary things. Definitely get scared of scary things. And my wife watched it, really enjoyed it. But from sitting on the other side of the room, I could hear, the screaming and the tense music. And I could see Noms tensing up a little bit sometimes. And so I said, no, that one's not for me. I'm good, thanks. But I know it's a huge cultural phenomenon. I know a lot of people really enjoyed watching Squid Game. So many of the recent imports, or I guess exports, from Korea in terms of media have been like horror-based or unsettling at least, right? Things like what's it called? Snowpiercer, that fantastic film that came out a few years back. It has this like fundamentally unsettling scenario, which I think it may be a French comic book initially, Snowpiercer, but the way it was then presented all the way through was just felt bad to watch. And the same thing with Parasite, that film that came out maybe 2 or 3 years ago and won the first ever Best Picture in the US from a foreign film. It was so good, had an amazing social message, the kind of thing I can use with my students to help them really think about the way in which different classes of people interact. And yeah, I found it very upsetting to watch though. So I have no problem at all reading horror. I have no problem at all with reading unsettling things. It's the images that really get me though. Yeah, the images get me, and then like the sudden jump scares, the changing of emotional tone quickly is pretty rough for this guy, I suppose. Some of you are thinking that maybe there's expectation in Japan of family and community helping people with disabilities or other abilities. It's possible. I'm new enough here that I don't know enough about that. I know there is a lot of institutionalization, a lot of expectation. If one does not meet a certain standard of normalcy, one goes and lives in a special place for people like you. There's not nearly as much integration of difference here in Japan in lots of different ways. That said, older people tend to go with the family. Yeah, if you're older and no longer able to take care of yourself, you will live in the family house and be attended to. That's how it goes. Hello to ABCD. Your battery dropped 20% in 1 second. It's very fast. I'm sorry your battery's falling apart. Hey Goofy, have I heard a European film called The Platform? Yeah, I think it's a Spanish film, isn't it? It's a film in which just the general story is people are inside of a kind of prison, and they go from like one layer fairly high, level 1, all the way down to level way down. And the way in which the people are fed is by a trolley that starts at or an elevator, I guess. Starts at the very top with lots of food, and then goes down, with the food above having been consumed, and then less and less availability as you go down. And there's a lot more to the story. I've not watched it, However, I have read the Wikipedia page. This is what happens with scary movies for me. If there's scary movies that I think will have a valuable social message, I then read the Wikipedia page and say, is there any way I can use the story of this in my classes without showing them the video? That's all I really want. So badly. So, ABC, if you want to chat with me, come on over to Twitch. We're hanging out over here, having a great time, but thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, Biff Gimbal. Biff, thank you for the resubscription, friend. 35 months is a lot of months, and I appreciate that a whole bunch. Very, very kind. Yeah, I suspect I'm not the only person who interacts with, shows and horror movies and things of that sort by not watching them, but just by reading about them. It's so nice to live in an era where that's possible, isn't it? It's so nice to be in a place where I can just type in such and such movie summary or plot or spoiler. Where in an earlier era, I would have had to ask a friend, I suppose, and the friend would give like some half-remembered, here's what happened in the movie, and it wasn't that scary, come on man, just watch it. And so these days, of course, one can just like go to Wikipedia or moviespoiler.com, etc. And that's good enough, I suppose. Horror ain't your jam? Yeah. I actually kind of wonder what causes people to be into horror or no. Because it's one of these cultural artifacts that people are so unbelievably split on. I don't know if I know any people who are on horror or on jump scares. Right? Instead, it's leaning hard towards, I love them. I love that feeling of terror and concern and what if. And then other people are more like me where, no, just don't want to spend my life that way. I think my father, probably my father, remarked earlier in my life that he's okay with horror films because he likes seeing the way in which like the effects work. He's able to have a kind of ironic distancing and say, oh, that person's not had their head cut off. Instead, it's just some paper mache head that's moved to the side, and then the blood is actually a high pressure tube, etc., etc. And I can't do that. I'm unable to get enough distance from what I'm watching to think rationally about these things. So who knows? Some of you are kind of meh on horror. Okay, yeah. I don't think I know anyone personally like that. Not that I don't know you, but I've never heard anyone say it to me in my presence, probably because I'm so strongly against it. Probably because I insist that I will not watch them. And my friends then take the countervailing position and insist that, yes, they will watch it no matter what. So that's how it maybe goes. Don't worry, you're my friends. I'm sorry. Oh, the stream title today was almost something of the form, come slander roundabouts. Come slander roundabouts. But then I realized at least one of you would say, Resorty, it's not possible to slander in text. That's libel. It's okay, fine. Never mind. We're not going to say that because I don't want to deal with you all being smarter than me. So I considered saying come slander and libel roundabouts, but instead we chose the title of Roundabout Hater Alliance because golly gosh, I hate roundabouts so much. At this point, it's become just a joke, of course. They're not that bad, but if I never have to drive through one again, I am totally cool. Oh, I can use defamation in general. Defame the roundabouts. That's good. Speak ill of generally would work too. Very good. I want to say thank you all for being here. It's been a great way to start the stream so far. It's about 9 o'clock my time. Our first ad break is coming right on in just a moment. So we'll take the ad break. We'll go ahead and do a tiny little bit of crossword puzzle to get this thing started. On the other side of that, we will play some Cities Skylines. Today I'm streaming for about 3 more hours. It's a Saturday after all, so I'm going to hang out with Noms after that. But pretty excited to spend the next 3 hours with you, hanging out, experiencing this video game, and having a good time, hopefully. So if you're here only for the opening chit-chat, that is fine and good. But I sure do hope you stick around for the other side of this break. We'll have the opportunity to play some games together. Should be good. Hello, Garrus. Should you check on my WoW sobriety since it was BlizzCon today? Whoa, man. You don't know me. I can take care of myself. What do you mean, wow? World of... Oh, you put it in my mind. Okay, where's the Blizzard launcher? No, I've managed to stay clean and sober on World of Warcraft for a very long time, to the point I actually didn't even know that, yeah, I didn't even know that BlizzCon was today. Did they announce yet another World of Warcraft expansion? Or is it the case that that one is no longer being developed? It must still be being developed. It must. Hand you hand you my authenticator. I don't have an authenticator, honestly. I think I stopped playing World of Warcraft before they required like two-factor authentication. It's been a very, very long time since last I played it. Thank goodness for that. Okay, they announced the next 3 expansions. Wait, really, Trocky? It's never going away? Next 3 expansions coming in hot. Yeah, I don't ever want to speak ill against developers continuing to develop the game. I don't ever want to speak ill of them, you know, getting the hype up and getting people excited that the game has a plan long term. But 3 expansions announced all at once is kind of silly. Oh, I'm considering after the ad break, let's pull up the BlizzCon page and see what the 3 expansions are. If they're exciting in some way, maybe I'll go back. No, I just want to look. Just one little taste. One little taste of it. No, we're not doing that. Assigns a number 2. Orders, sorts, something like that. Not sure. Upscale Japanese Peruvian chain. I have genuinely no idea. Degree for a designer. I think they often have Masters of Fine Arts. We'll see. Month after Diciembre. It's Enero, I believe. That might be an I in that spot. I'm not sure. I think it's E, though. We'll see. Musk, Musk, whose Hyperloop product was indefinitely shelved in 2022. Oh no, our friend Elon didn't achieve all his goals. Poor buddy. French fashion giant. A lot of questions today about designs and companies. I have no idea. I mean, I know there's Christian Dior, but not sure it's that one. Reluctant to make the first move, say. Shy, of course, comes to mind first. The word timid does also. We noticed that timid there has MID circled, so there might be some trickery afoot here. We'll see. Classic Ray-Bans. Okay, I can see Ray-Ban's sunglasses in my head. I think they're wraparounds, maybe? Wrap-around would fit. I'm not sure this is correct. Oh, it would not fit, so it's definitely wrong. Yeah, not sure what it's going to be. We'll come back to that in a bit. Electric guitar accessory. Well, an amp, probably so. Hello to you, Ramrod. You like my kit? Thank you. So I'll Wrexham all the way. Part of 31 across. Well, let's see what 31 across is right down here. Promissory letters are IOUs. So it's going to be I or O or U. Let's see what the down is. A site of a famous smiting. Famous smiting. So smiting is usually referred to, or refers to, like the hand of God doing the killing. There's Sodom. Sodom is one of those places. So it's me, O, good. Feinstein, who has served in the Senate for more than 30 years. Let's not talk too much about that one. I think it's double N-E. Diane. I think that's right. Actress who played Zoe Barnes of House of Cards. So I know full well what she looks like. It's Claire something, I believe. Hello, Noms.
Hello.
Were you taking a little nap?
I was.
It's good to see you.
Hey. Wow.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you remember who played Zoe Barnes of House of Cards? It's Claire Dames or something?
Oh, I thought it was Mara Rooney.
Mara Rooney. That's not going to fit, unfortunately. So
Yeah. That's nice.
everyone says good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Good
The ad break is completed. I was going to say let's go play some video games right now, but let's talk with Noms for a few
I was
minutes.
going to ask if you told them about the pizza.
I did not tell them about the pizza.
Oh.
Would you like to tell them about the pizza?
How about you tell them about the pizza?
So I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to say, but we'll see.
What
So
about the special crust that we had on the pizza?
we can definitely do that. So yesterday, because of the holiday and a Friday night, usually Friday night is date night. We go out and have some nice Indian dinner often, or something of that sort. Noms over here yawning, like, oh, just waking up. Poor Noms.
Now.
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah, well, also, keep in mind that I was awake at 3 and at 4 and
This time she did not wake up because of anything I did. We'll get to that in a moment. Because we were already in the house for our day off, hanging out here, Nam said, "Let's get a pizza," and that was a cool idea. You're pointing at yourself.
I did?
I think you did.
Oh.
I think earlier in the week you said to me directly, "Let's get a pizza on Friday night." Yeah. Okay, very good. We got a pizza, and as you know, there are multiple pizza places here in Tokyo, lots of pizza everywhere, and so Nam's had the choice of what she would want to try out, what she wanted to go to, and we chose Domino's ultimately. Do you remember why you chose Domino's out of all the possibilities?
Because of the special crust they were offering.
They were offering a special crust. Okay, I wasn't planning to pull this up, but we may as well do so. We have a computer here. Look, it's Don Quixote. Isn't that upsetting? So, Domino's...
Wow, that is a little upsetting.
Japan. Sorry, I missed the apostrophe. I hate that. All right, so, yes, here is the new crust at Domino's. May I open just that image? Hey, there it is.
Check out that font.
All right, so this is the 3 Chizu. The 3 Chizu brando.
Toripuru.
Tripuru, that's right. That's to, ri, pu, li, chi, Zoo. There you go.
I like the font, though.
It's a beautiful font because
nice work on the font.
The font's melting, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nice work.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah, so I think this is only in Japan right now. I mentioned before that the Japanese folks love cheese so much, even though a large portion of these fine folks are lactose intolerant, they still love the cheese. So this crust replaces the standard, hand toss, the standard pan. Instead, it's a very thin crust, as you see. You see on the right-hand side how it's piled together. There are 3 kinds of cheeses that are baked into the crust, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's 2. I think mozzarella's on the topping.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so the very bottom cheese there is big old goopy cheddar cheese. Above that was some lovely camembert, I believe.
Yep.
And on top of that is the mozzarella. Oh yeah, I can read the comment there. Very good. Hey, friend Toady. Toady, thank you so much for the raid hosting. Toady, I saw you were playing a little game today called Cities Skylines 2, and that's a pretty amazing game. I hope you're enjoying it. Toady played a ton of Cities 1, a lovely game too. How are you enjoying number 2? Have you been wishing for all your DLCs, or do you like the upgrades, or whatever else?
I don't think they were expecting to come into a picture of cheese pizza, though.
I mean, who wouldn't expect a picture of cheese pizza? I swear we're gonna get to the video game fairly soon. I swear. But actually pretty happy. I like your name very much. That's a nice reminder to try to stay a little bit happy. But friend, thank you for being here. Hello to Actual Alex. Hello, Dana Webb. Hello, everybody. And thank you for the generous follows to Kiki and Dana Webb. Welcome. Hello, Choose Red Mage. How's it going? Hello, friend. So yes, this is the pizza we decided to try last night. And yeah, it actually has camembert inside of it, which is common here. I think camembert cheese is used,
quite common, yeah.
Is used in a lot of places that in the U.S. we'd have never seen it. Camembert in the U.S. tends to be used for like fancy party cheese.
Yeah.
And that's about it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got this entirely because of what kind of cheese is it. Can you lower the cam so you can see more on top of Nam's head? That's not how this works, unfortunately. Noms would like to be just the top of her head. And do you wanna like stand on your tiptoes for a moment, or you're not feeling it? Uppy duppy, Noms, uppy duppy.
Ow.
Okay, no more ow. Yeah, at times we talked about getting Noms a little milk crate to stand upon, but no, she likes being down there. Yeah, it's on the only Noms channel. One of these days, Noms will be a streamer. One of these days. Is it brie, or is that what camembert is? So that's what camembert is. Camembert looks very similar to brie, but it's I don't know. It's a spicier cheese in some way.
I don't know if it's maybe it's made from a different animal cheese.
Possibly. I don't know that.
Camembert is really not as available in this.
It's true, yeah. Every single grocery store, every single gas station, convenience store has camembert. It's very easy to get here. I don't know why it's so popular, but it is. Hey, actually pretty happy. Thank you for that follow. It's good to have you with us for sure. We need a hat with a puppet of Noms so Noms can wear it on stream. That's a good idea. Just have Noms' head on top of it. That's good. I like that very much. But yeah, if I move the camera down at all, unfortunately, you'll immediately see the microphone and my little tum-tum, and that's all unacceptable. So we got the pizza from Domino's last night in order to sample this. And they have a special deal. Actually, they have two special deals at Domino's we like so much. One of the special deals is if you do not get delivery, if you instead carry out from your local Domino's store, it is half off. 50% off just for not sitting at home and waiting for them to deliver your things. Friends, we sat at home and waited for them to deliver our things, but half off is a pretty good deal, of course. Hey.
Yeah, and we don't live that far from it.
Yeah, we live probably 10 blocks away, something like that.
Not even.
Not even, okay. A little bit, but not too far away. But that's the deal we should be doing if we're not big lazy kids on a Friday night.
Or if we were cheapskates.
Yeah, which you definitely are. Yeah, apparently before I moved to Indom, she would never get delivery on anything. She would always pick things up. Yeah. And then I moved in the direction of absolute lassitude, I suppose. Yeah, that's how it goes. Actual Alex, thanks for the follow too. All you lovely Toady followers, welcome to the Resortiverse. Which we don't ever call it. I don't know why I'm saying that now, but welcome to the Resortiverse.
Oh, it's because you watch that everywhere movie.
It might be it. So the question, I guess, is how was this pizza? The second deal was if you get one larger size pizza, you get a smaller size pizza for free. And so the standard sort we do is the normal pizza is whatever Noms wants. And the second smaller pizza is the Garlic Master. I mentioned the Garlic Master before. It is a pizza with cloves of garlic that have been sliced and put all over the pizza. It is so much garlic. They spice it with pepper. Oh, it's tasty, tasty, tasty. Yeah, I shouldn't just be blathering on about food, but I love it so much. It is indeed so good, Dana Webb. Let's see if we can find the Garlic Master.
Oh yeah, just go under menu.
Menu? Hi. Right.
And I think it's down
a ways.
2 or 3 happy.
Yeah. The different prices are called the Happies. There it is right
Garlic
here.
Master. Nope,
that's not it. That's the Ethiol.
Right
Gariku. Hi. Yeah, there it is. Can we big it up a little bit?
And big in it.
Yeah, so there you go. Those white things are giant piles of garlic. Default comes with ham and some sausage, I think, which we, of course, remove.
Yeah.
But there you see it. Lots and lots of garlic, and I love it so very, very much.
Yeah, some of what appears to be garlic is actually like salami or something like that. It's round cured meat.
Yeah, so this one right here, for instance, is round meat. But yeah, the majority of these things are indeed just pieces of garlic, and so delightful. Yeah. You would love it? Absolutely. How large is a block here? So Jim, blocks here are not a square mile, no. There's city blocks, but not as large as city blocks as Chicago has.
Yeah, and they're irregular because Tokyo.
They're absolutely irregular because Tokyo's street system predated cars. And that's just so weird to deal with, someone who grew up in a very car-heavy society. For a brief moment I considered, hey, I can just pull up the map and show where our house is and show where the Domino is. We're not going to do that. That'd be a little bit silly for sure.
Although usually we get to watch the delivery man on the map.
Yeah.
We were deprived of this yesterday.
Yeah, the advantage of ordering delivery here is that they have a little tracker, and there's a person on a bicycle who will pedal their way over to our house, and they have a GPS of themselves. And so they can go on over. Draw a map in MS Paint. The problem, I'm very bad with scale. That's really the issue here. But yeah, I'll find a way to figure out exactly how. Okay. This is not a good idea what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
You can do it on the phone that you have.
No, it's right. So I'm currently looking up in a private window so it doesn't save how far away this place actually is. So making sure you cannot see what we're looking at. Okay, good. Is that where we live? Yes.
Maybe they're going to look at the reflection in your class.
Oh, no, you see the reflection. All right, to the nearest Domino's.
That's why I don't have mine on.
Domino's Pizza. It's that one there. Good. So it's an 8-minute by car. No. It's a 21-minute walk. It's 1.5 kilometers. Yeah. There you go. 1.5 kilometers is like not
almost a mile.
Yeah, not very far at all. But you have to walk all the way back also. And oh
with
boy,
your pizza.
Oh
and
yeah.
If anything, I think that's the problem is that the pizza gets cold.
It does.
While yeah.
Yeah, where if it's being driven over by a person on a bicycle.
With their special container.
Right, they have a special container. It gets here fast, it gets here hot. It's so nice. Now that said, yesterday for the first time ever, Domino's failed us. We got a little pop-up on the ordering site that said, your pizza's been delivered. And we had it dropped off at our front door. And so I hopped down the stairs, happily going to look and see what they delivered to us. And they didn't. They didn't at all. And so we then had a bit of panic. Oh no, where's the pizza? Where's the pizza? And so I walked outside and saw that they left it on the neighbor's doorstep instead. And so for the first time ever, I approached my neighbor's front door very, very sneakily and grabbed the pizza box and ran away. The whole time worrying my neighbor might have seen me doing so, but they haven't called her. It said, give us our pizza back, so...
Yeah, I mean, we did get like a touchless delivery or something, so this is maybe a reason why we should not get touchless delivery again.
Yeah, I think the advantage of touchless delivery is that I never feel the urgency to get to the door as fast as possible.
Yeah.
With normal delivery, they ring their little doorbell, and then we have a conversation through it about. Yeah. I say yes, and they say, Domino's desk. And we say, oh, it's the Domino's. And I say hi again, and then I hurry down the stairs to get there. Or instead I say, Noms, it's your turn. And Noms hurries down the stairs.
Yeah. Domino's has failed us before, and I think we've told them about how Domino's has failed us before. This is the reason why we stopped ordering Domino's for a little bit.
I guess I've forgotten their sins.
Yeah, 2 times in a row, the pizza came smashed against one side of the box.
That's right. If they put it into the bicycle when it's very hot still, then it often bends just a little bit. Yeah, bends just a little bit that way, and the pizza then all rolls to one side, and so you have one side that's entirely just crust, and one side's all the cheese in the world. I stole my neighbor's pizza. Whoa. Is it possible that the Prime Minister is going to deport us because streamers have been spotted on CTV stealing pizza? Yeah. I mean, the Prime Minister's all over the streamers right now who are misbehaving in public and stealing locally. That's a problem for sure. Your local Domino's is terrible. Yeah, we do have other options here. That said, the deal. Someone here cannot pass up a good deal.
Yeah, it is cheaper than the competitors.
It is. Mr. Movies, thank you for the kindness and the follow there. I swear we'll get to a video game before too long. For right now, just enjoy talking about pizza. Hey, I should post a YouTube video, how to get free food in Japan. And just little videos of me stealing things from my neighbor's porch. It'd be good for the jokes, but I do not want to get deported by any means.
Yeah. Also, I don't think our neighbor would want your garlic master.
Why not?
It has so much garlic on it and no meat. I can't imagine that that's what he would want.
It's so good. It is so unbelievably good. Anyway.
Oh, we also got a special crust on that yesterday too.
Yeah, for the first time ever, we tried what do they call it? Roll-in crust cheese. This is what Pizza Hut debuted back in the 90s called stuffed crust cheese, or stuffed crust pizza rather. It was not very good. That was a mistake.
It was all right.
A little much. A little much. Anyway, so this was the main reason we ordered from Domino's yesterday, to get this particular kind of pizza. And Noms, I'd like you to offer the review of this particular pizza.
It was okay. Like, I'm glad we tried it.
Yeah.
We don't need to try it again.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because those pictures there look so like goopy.
Yeah.
It was not. It was not a goopy crust at all. It was very much baked in and did taste of the flavor, but it was just a dry crust. Like not overly dry, but just not goopy in the way that appears to be.
Yeah. One of the crusts that Domino's offers here is a milfoil crust.
Look at that, a French crust.
1,000 layers.
Yeah,
right?
So like a fancy pastry.
Yeah. It's like a croissant, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like they put some cheese in between some of those layers, and that's what we got. So it was a little bit dry and greasy. It was not the soft crust that I was hoping for.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be the word of the night. Greasy, oily, not a great use of our available calories. So the reason why Nam was up all night long was her little stomach was not enjoying all the grease we put in, and so you're up probably 3 times during the night.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, 3 times during the night, and had trouble getting back to sleep afterwards. And
so I listened to podcasts.
Podcasts that give you very bad dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, there you go. I love showing you foods that you've probably never seen before. As we've often said, though this is Domino's, an American company, they have radically different meals available with strange toppings like corn. Everybody loves corn on pizza.
We had corn in our pizza last night.
We did have corn. It was fine. It's weird. It's still weird having corn on pizza, but that's how it goes. Mille-feuille is puff pastry, not a croissant dough.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. That's right indeed. I think you've never made puff pastry, correct?
No.
Right, because it involves too much butter adding and
rolling.
Rolling, endless rolling. Yeah, we instead buy the
Yeah, I bought it to make spanakopita or baklava.
Yeah, we also use it to make Yotama Ado Yum Yum's garlic tart. Otto Lengi. There it is, double T. Garlic tart. Yeah, this thing you've seen us make before. I appear to have pulled it up on stream before. You might notice a running theme. In the stream, which is I will eat anything garlic based. I love garlic so much. And this is because my sense of taste and smell are so bad that I have to have incredibly strong flavors to taste them at all. Yep, that's how it goes. Noms, do you want to go and answer that question about which podcasts give Noms bad dreams?
Well, it wasn't really because of, oh boy, what is happening?
I'll be right back.
Oh no! No, I wasn't planning on carrying the show, I just got up from a nap.
Back in about 3 minutes.
Well, okay, so last night, let's see what I watched, what I listened to. I listened to, Revisionist History, and it was a... I think it was a special episode that they took from a different show that was basically about, what is it? Killers of the Flower Moon, that new movie. It was a podcast about the book that it was based on. You might know that it's about a bunch of murders. So I listened to that. And then I listened to a podcast about people. It was an episode of, what is it? Well, basically a woman who's a violinist, a concert violinist, had her Stradivarius stolen from her. Listen to that. What else did I listen to? Oh, the Esther Perel, the new Esther Perel podcast, where people were, a guy has PTSD, and that's why they have relationship issues. Yeah, so maybe that's why I had some bad dreams. I was not listening to my regular Sleepy Time podcast, the Sleep With Me, which probably I should have been doing. Let's see. Killers of the Flower Moon is a fantastic movie, you say. Well, I think Riz is planning on seeing it soon. We do have Apple TV, but he might go see it in the theaters. Let's see. Questionable podcast choices. Yes, exactly. Yeah, usually I listen to Sleep With Me, which has things that are intended to make you fall asleep. I think right now he's doing holiday TV show reviews. So I think it was like The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and doing a review of that. But no, I haven't listened to that one yet. Also, I remember though that what is your Sleep With Me? Yeah, so Sleep With Me does a lot of different things, but I think he started off by doing by watching TV shows and then kind of explaining what's happening in them and commenting on them, and then going off on rabbit trails based on what he thinks, just things that he thinks about based on what he sees. the whole premise behind it is that it is supposed to kind of keep you engaged enough, but at the same time, it's not like riveting, so it doesn't like keep you awake. So it's just him talking, and nothing is. There's no real plot going anywhere, so it lulls you off to sleep. I do remember though that he had a whole series. This is what got me hooked on Sleep With Me. Is he had a whole series based on Star Trek: The Next Generation, where he was watching episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation, and then he would comment on them, and I thought that was lovely, right? I grew up on Star Trek: Next Generation, but I haven't watched it in a while. And then though he happened to do the Locutus episodes, and what is it? Is it Chain of Command maybe? And they were terrifying, and I was like, why did you choose these for Sleep With Me? And because they involve like torture and things like that, which are not really appropriate for bedtime, sleepy time listening. Yes. Isn't Killers of the Flower Moon too scary for Resorty? Uh-oh.
I don't know.
He does kind of ramble in a monotone way, Jim. Yeah, in Sleep With Me. And he has some vocal fry. He has a voice that like one would think is really not very good for it, but it works. And I think he puts a very heavy pop filter on it, so you don't hear any of that kind of stuff.
No mouth noise allowed.
Yeah. But he does definitely have some vocal fry going on. I think that yeah.
Yeah.
But you get used to it, and he tells you, he's like, the first time you listen to this is not gonna work. You are not gonna fall asleep the first time, which is true. But then you just kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
Blue Link says, I don't think Killers of the Flower Moon is scary. I wouldn't call it particularly violent.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably mentioned.
Could you imagine going to it and then cowering?
I mean, I've definitely gone and seen movies that were more tense than I expected them to be, or have one scene of jump scare among the drama, and I'll close my eyes and often like cuddle up to your shoulder like a child.
Is that what you're gonna do if
with my colleague if I go see that movie?
Yeah.
No. That's the standard thing I do, and this is like.
I don't think I told you. One of the podcasts I listened to was Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, I see.
It was Revisionist History was guesting another show that was talking about the book that it's based on.
Yeah, the thing I do to deal with this, the stress of movies like that, is I will close the eye that is farther away from the person who I am sitting next to. I'll close this eye, and then I'll make sure I'm turned this away where I can't see the movie screen with the open eye. And that way it looks to the person next to me like I'm still paying attention, but in fact I can't see what's happening.
I will usually just look away.
But like, if I look away,
my eyes will be open, but I will look away.
Yeah, I think I use this
with my little eyeballs. You can move your eyeballs without moving your head.
No, that's true. It's true. But yeah, I think unfortunately then peripheral vision gets me. And I can't deal with that terribly well. This was definitely in like high school dates, especially. I would do that.
I think what is actually more scary in movies than the visuals is actually the sound.
Yeah, so the sudden burst of there's going to be,
or just the tense.
Yeah, the bum bum bum. That's right. I've considered becoming a what's it called? The person who makes music or sounds for a film.
Gaffer? Foley?
Foley. Yeah. The gaffer is the one who I think holds things together. Just take your glasses off. Hey, Pax, awesome seeing you. Take your glasses off, you still get spooked by visuals. Yeah. It's rough.
I did have a teacher who, it was rumored, took his glasses off when he first started teaching.
Do you mean he wanted to look like young and cool? Or
no, because he did not want to see the people he was talking to. Because
that's a smart idea.
He was that nervous about teaching.
Yeah, I know when people first start teaching, there's lots of tricks to deal with the absolute terror of 20, 30, 50 people are looking at me. I don't know how I've gotten over it, other than just by, I guess, exposure therapy, doing it over and over again. I was so nervous initially,
That's what I'm trying to do with Fritz.
Our poor little cat's Fritz. She just wants to pick him up and hug him, but he is strongly opposed to such things, unfortunately.
I'm working on exposure therapy there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm curious to know, maybe you know this, and maybe you all in chat know this, whether Killers of the Flower Moon focuses just on the the specific incidents or on other incidents too. Just because when I was listening to the podcast, there was included an interview with the original author who said the real stuff or the scary stuff is really in the last chapter where it talks about, according to the author, it's about like not just specifically those crimes but all of the other crimes that happened. And yeah, and then I guess this is also about like how the FBI became the FBI or something.
Okay.
Like there's a subtitle for Killers of the Flower Moon that includes about the FBI.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking for an item we purchased for the cat yesterday that some of you saw, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to look it up, unfortunately.
It's not a brush.
It's not a brush. Okay, what is it?
Just call it roller, cat roller.
Cat roller. Cat. Yeah. So yesterday we bought Nam bought a toy for the cat. Unfortunately, cat roller brush gives us cat roller does this, which
that's pretty amazing.
I cannot imagine our cat.
Look how svelte that cat looks.
Ever using this. I can imagine this being one of the many things that we would purchase and he would ignore entirely.
How about cat massage roller?
Cat massage roller, I might do it. Do I ever take my glasses off in class and chew on one end? So, no. I tend to be like thoughtful guy by leaning back against the board and crossing my legs. Crossing one leg over the other. It's kind of a pretentious way, I suppose. It was very comfortable for me. I think that way. Also, unfortunately, my glasses are falling apart. One end of one stem has mostly degraded. I need to get new glasses, but I'm scared to do so here.
Oh, if you have a Bengal, you have to run them. Maybe Fritz.
Bengal cats.
Maybe Fritz is a Bengal. Maybe that's why he's so large.
Because he should be running. Yeah. What was the word you said to add?
Massage. But
massage.
I like how there's another cat next to the Bengal cat, like with its paw extended up. What is that about?
Yeah. Hey, exactly. Nam's good job.
Ding, 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 ding,
So
ding.
this is the toy / tool that was purchased yesterday for Fritz. And man, Fritz loves it. It was such a good purchase, Noms.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's fantastic though.
He doesn't like it like that.
Yeah, he doesn't like it on his face. He's totally comfortable with being around his neck, around the rest of his body, both going laterally as well as whatever the word for around the back is, like dorsally. I don't know. But yeah, he is so into it to the point that when Noms first started using on him, this strange new item that he'd only smelled a little bit beforehand, he began purring really aggressively.
Oh yeah, Catty Man. That's the brand. Catty Man.
I see.
We should have remembered that.
I totally forgot. Next week's cat photo of Fritz depict him enjoying his massage. Absolutely, we can do that. Yeah, this week's cat photo of Fritz, if you've not seen it yet, is right there. Who's a big boy? Gosh, he is. But yeah, no, Fritz absolutely loves his new toy, and he has some upper respiratory malformations, some congenital defects, where his usual purr is very high-pitched and kind of weak. But this one really got it out of him. Like, he was really excited to be using it. And when I was done rubbing him this morning, actually, I put it down on the floor, and he went over and like looked at it and poked at it. I think he wanted more. He's a very greedy boy, though. Very, very greedy boy all the way.
Yeah, now that Sasha's gone, he's incredibly needy and incredibly like demanding, I would say.
Upsettingly so. Yeah. That said, I have two quick stories about liquid for you.
Before that,
oh, yes.
I would like to point out that the Catty Man massage
they cannot see
toy.
It. One more. Boop. Yep.
Yeah. If you look on the left-hand picture there, you can see that the little arms are like little paws.
Oh, that's adorable. Yeah, they're little paws that are holding onto the rollers.
Yeah.
I had not seen that. That's great. That's great. It's great.
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
Absolutely great. So two stories about liquid, and then I sort of get to a video game.
Yeah,
this does happen.
People who came in on the raid. They're like, what is happening? And then you left them with me to talk about my podcast, and I was like, hello, I'm still a little tired.
I think the thing to say is, any viewer of Toady is absolutely used to the game pauses and we talk about stuff. Toady is not a like hardcore lock-in 8 solid hours of nothing but video game. Okay. Very community based. So I think. And with that said, the people here who are like regular viewers of the Old Resorty Show will be well aware that when Noms comes by, endless talking occurs to the point we should probably in a different directory. But
yeah, I was gonna ask if you Nope.
Cities Skylines all the way, forever and always.
Oh.
We will play some games soon. I promise,
Poor
but
people.
that's how it goes. Hello, Incredulous Ninny. See, people like saying hi to noms.
Hello.
So, this is probably a conversation for off stream, but here we go. In those moments between, like, this person says hi, and you go, hello, are you deciding how to talk about it in your head, or are you reading other things, then getting to that, or...
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm doing is I was reading through all of the information available here, because I'm not used to looking at it. So
Yeah.
I was reading through all of it, and then I was trying to find where somebody said hello.
I see, yeah, so...
And then I realized it was time for me to talk.
I love it. Yeah, so our chat box here is probably, I don't know, like 2 feet long. Yeah, it's about 2 solid feet of people leaving messages behind. And I'm relatively good at glancing at it and still talking. Or for Noms, it's very much on the side of, still on the side of, like, read all of it and then talk. But you're getting better. Definitely when you're first year streaming, I think you locked in on this chat so hard, to the point it's hard for you to, like, pull it away and talk at all. But
Yeah.
yeah, so 2 quick stories about
Liquids.
liquid stories. So the negative story first, then the positive story. As I left the streaming room, I said to myself, man, it feels really humid today. It's the autumn here. Why on earth is it so humid? And then I realized I took a shower before stream, and I forgot to do the one thing I'm supposed to do after I shower, which is we have a shower fan. It's meant to help it dry out more quickly. And
Because Tokyo is a humid place.
Tokyo is a humid place, and we, as now good Japanese residents, must fight mold at every opportunity. And if you do not run your little fan, you'll get mold in your house, and then it will become unlivable, and you'll be thrown on the streets and sent back to the U.S. So, just want to mention that the house is a little humid right now. Whoops, my bad, as the kids say. Number 2, a better story. A story about Fritz, of course. The story goes this way. Recently, he was up on the desk here, right? Up on the desk, hanging out while I was playing a video game, not streaming. And, had my little glass of water, as I often do. And instead of just hanging out and relaxing, Fritz was consistently putting his head inside of the water glass, trying very hard to get to the very small bit of water at the bottom. And I said, oh, Buddy wants some water, of course. Buddy wants to have a drink. And so I took it and I poured out a little bit onto the table. And he was so happy. He lapped it right up very, very happily off the table surface. And this happened 2 or 3 times, I think. And I said, man, Fritz seems really into drinking water that's on a flat surface. And
remember, he used to
yeah,
spill the bowl.
when he was younger, he would often put his his paw onto the side of the water bowl and kind of hit it so it would dump over. And then once we got one where he couldn't do that, he would take his little paw and push water onto the floor before drinking it. He hasn't done that as much recently. But after this adventure in him wanting to drink out of my water glass, I decided next time I was upstairs and getting myself a glass of water, I would just pour a little bit onto the ground. This we refer to as groundwater. And man, Fritz loves the groundwater. As soon as I put any down there, he gets himself a drink. To the point that now, any time that I use the upstairs sink, whether I'm like filling a pot for pasta, whether I'm giving myself a glass of water or doing dishes, at any time, he will now come and sit and meow at me because he wants his groundwater. And I'm not sure what this means. Because we definitely have a water bowl for him. Like, there's definitely available water at all points, and we keep it fresh and cleaned out once every other day or so. I clean it out, but he's so into it. And so I was researching online, and the number one piece of advice I saw was as cats get older, they like drinking water less and less, and so anything you can do to get them to drink water to help promote kidney function is a good thing. And so I've been trying to give him more and more groundwater, and then last night was a bit of a disaster, which was I was up at about 2:30 to use the restroom, and while I was using the restroom, I said, okay, I need a sip of water also, so I went over and got myself a glass of water. I got the glass of water all the way filled up. I was like, time for a sip, and Fritz ran over, and he wanted his groundwater too. So I took my little water glass, and I tried to pour out a little bit, onto the floor, and Fritz didn't start drinking right away. I could see Fritz. I couldn't see the water, though, because I had my glasses on. And I said, okay, well, if he's not drinking, there must not be any water there yet. Well, let's go ahead and pour a little bit more. And again, Fritz didn't start drinking. And so I went ahead and said, well, maybe I put very little water in here and just dumped out all the rest of it. And this is the point at which the groundwater began to flood into my foot. And I said to myself, it is 2:30 in the morning. Surely Fritz will drink all the water on the floor by morning. I'm going back to bed. Now, when only half awake, I am not a particularly clever man, unfortunately. Not a very clever man. And so I went to sleep and not dealing with it all. And, yeah.
And then somebody woke up at 3 and at 4:30.
And you came down and you found...
And then I was like, why is there so much water on the ground?
Groundwater!
And then, of course, I thought, oh no, it's actually overlaying a few like areas. And so I thought, oh, this is like, where were we? We were somewhere else where water was on the ground for too long. It was in our last house where water was on the hardwood floor for too long and it damaged the floor. And I thought, oh, is this going to damage the floor? And I thought, well, maybe it's okay for now. It doesn't seem to be going in there too much. It's not real wood upstairs anyway.
Yeah.
And so when I came down this morning, I was like, oh, did Fritz drink all of that water?
But no, when I got up this morning and I returned to my senses and came downstairs, I saw that, nope, there was indeed a full glass of water dumped on the floor and left behind, and so I cleaned it up. But yeah, many of you are suggesting, how about get a plastic tray? How about use a plate? You all are brilliant human beings, and I will try to do that in the future. Because while I think the groundwater feeding of Fritz is really fun and cute, it is a wooden floor, and I should probably treat it with a little more respect and decency.
It's a wooden floor, and also, frequently, people have to walk there to get to the microwave.
But it's groundwater. Fritz loves groundwater.
Can we put the groundwater elsewhere?
Possibly. Anyway,
Yeah.
those are the stories about liquids. Hopefully you enjoyed the opening blather. You know, I said it was vinyl. So I don't know what kind of thing it actually is. Like, it's not hardwood. It's not raw wood, but it's a kind of like Japanese woodish floor.
It's what one would call I think we have this in the States too. It's like wood on top, but then underneath it, I'm sure it's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not vinyl.
Yeah, also, Japanese floors are incredibly soft, which I not supposed to wear shoes inside. So, the consistent dumping of things onto it, probably not the smartest thing in the world. That's how it goes, though. Maybe Fritz wants to have just a small puddle of water instead of groundwater. It's very likely. So initially I was thinking, maybe there's something on the floor that he's into. Yeah, maybe there's
laminate. Yes, I believe it is laminate.
Got it. I thought maybe he's getting like some vitamin or something from it. But it's the same thing, the shower room. You know, after I shower, he'll love to go into the shower room and lick on the floor also, which is fundamentally weird. We do lots of things for our children, don't we? We're willing to tolerate nonsense for our young people's lives. And so, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, maybe there's something about the way that water reflects or something that freaks him out.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, let's try a plate. Let's see how it goes. And look at that. You all have such good solutions to all of my problems. All right, time to go to Big Resorty, Big Noms. Hello, Big Noms.
Hello?
Hello, Fozzie. How's it going, friend? All right, is it time to say goodbye?
Yeah.
All right, Noms, would you like to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
It was nice.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night, John Boy.
Do you know that reference?
I can't remember what it is, but Good Night for Gracie is from some old show.
Yeah.
Good Night John Boy is also, which is from the Waltons, I believe.
Yeah. Good night, Gracie is from it's the comedy duo. It's an old man, and now it's an old man. I think he's still alive. Gracie is no longer alive, and at the end he'll say good night, Gracie, and she said good night, Gracie.
Is it Milton Berle?
No.
No?
It's a different old
George Burns. George Burns. Thank you.
George Burns.
Yeah, I think I missed this entirely. I mean, I think I know of George Burns and Gracie Allen, but I don't think I ever saw the routine. We could pull up the routine now and watch that.
All these poor people who came on the raid.
Not really, not
They
really.
just want to watch you make some roundabouts.
How long do we have till it's time for ads again? We have 15 minutes tonight's ad break. Let's use this 15 minutes to get our game started.
Wow, someone's name is Killing Moon, and we were talking about flowers of the killers of the flower. Wow. You should sell your name for a lot of money right now.
Oh, you. Oh, you. Okay. So I'm going to move to this mission now. Don't mean to push you out. You're welcome to stay. We'll stay. I just need to get my little arms here. Hello, friends. It's just us now. Don't you worry about that Nom. She's somewhere else, surely. Not have a good day.
Bye.
I'll see you in about 2 hours, okay?
Okay, I'm just going to take a little bath.
Have a nice bath. We'll see ya. We'll see ya. We'll see ya. Ah, I forgot to load the game today. Hey, there it is.
Oh, dear.
No, I did load it. This is an addition I made on stream yesterday. If I forget to load the game, one that gets to see the oops. Good old oops. But here we are, flying ahead, floating along. Once the game is loaded, we'll be in a nice position here. Nice position here for good. You're wedged on the idea of groundwater, isn't it floor water? So the groundwater joke is entirely because, as you might know, groundwater is water that comes out of the ground. Places where you can like pump water out instead of getting out of a river or stream or ocean or whatever. So, yeah, groundwater as a joke is a floor. Don't you worry, I know the distinction. Of course, of course. All right, so let's continue our game. I want to see if continuing game actually works now. You recall that until yesterday's patch, it was definitely not working at all, so hopefully it's good. Hey, Gregarious. Did Nam's guest manage to leave the country today? They did, yeah. Yesterday, her guest had a little gap here. Her guest had a slight difficulty leaving because their airplane flight was delayed. Okay, if we go down just a few pips. Go down, down, down. Select that. Down? There we go. Is that better? No longer a gap. Much better. You mentioned the gap yesterday. I ignored it. I actually missed that you said that, but yeah, definitely a gap there. All right, friends. Good to be here with you. This was yesterday's end of the stream. So we had a tremendous backup in this area, and I don't recall why exactly, but my solution to it was to destroy everything. So we have a whole bunch of territory that has no road currently attaching it. Over here in Canary Heights, the area we built to have a lovely coal mine, actually. The big issue we discovered was coming up this street, anyone who wanted to leave town, namely use this tunnel here, had to go through 2 intersections to do so. And that, of course, is profoundly unacceptable. So I think part of the solution I want to offer is moving these 2 streets much closer to one another. Let's see how possible that is without destroying the entire road. Hopefully it's okay. Now, as I said earlier, today will be our last day with this map. I'm really enjoying it, but I'd like to ensure that we can try some other ways of playing, some different styles of maps and buildings and more, I don't know, more trains possibly. This city is so heavily in the direction of cars, and I prefer to avoid that if possible. So I'm going to loop around just a little bit here and then come this way. You're holding out for a hex city. Wait, is it the case that you can have a hex city in this game instead of a grid city? Is that a real thing, or is this just LOL, good fun, good fun? Go for next stream, every intersection of Roundabout. So we move from being the Roundabout Haters Club to Roundabout Lovers Club instead. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I wonder if I could just have a normal curve here instead. Why can't you be normal? Let's find out. Oh, you're thinking the cross is hexes instead of squares. Oh, I see. So this is the part where I admit to you that I don't quite know what a hex looks like. Like, I know the word hexagon, and I can figure out via etymology what size it is, but consistently making hex shapes would be tough. But good call. The grid is up to us for sure. Yesterday we made a new area, so-called Justice Junction over here, that has a tremendous number of triangles. Maybe the triangular city is nice. I don't know. I love this area though. It's so nice. Hello, hard drive. Thank goodness I don't do this in real life. Yeah, I mean, video games where you get to explore all your dreams, right? You say to yourself, oh, I've always wanted to be a city planner. Oh, I've always wanted to be, some kind of race car driver. You can play it in the video game and be all you ever cared to be. I think it's lovely, frankly. Absolutely lovely. All right, so we're going to go a little bit curvy like that. Try to get things lined up pretty nicely. Slope too steep. Really? Okay, we go to here. Slope is not too steep. We go out a little bit more. And then curve one more time. Went slightly too far there. Slightly too far. How bad is the slope really? Yeah, a bit of a climb into our home, isn't it? How about we get rid of some of the, some of the height here by matching these together instead? That'd be good. Also, we could just not go quite as deep, I suppose, but... So, the terrain tool we learned how to use yesterday. The big thing we learned is one right-clicks to learn the level at which you would like your area to be. So I'm going to right-click here, and then left-click here and see what happens. Okay. Okay, so it didn't work quite how I intended to work. Managing to small in the brush size to get exactly the level I want. Let's try like that. And then we're gonna just go around here and see how this changes. This is glorious. This is glorious. That's right, I said we learned how to use this thing. That was what's known as a lie. I don't mean to deceive people, it just keeps happening. Also, I just bumped the right click button accidentally. Alright, good. Maybe try reducing brush strength? Okay. I've seen the reduce brush strength button a number of times, but I've never done anything with it. And I need to learn how to do that, perhaps. I've been trying to do some smoothing now, and see if smoothing will allow us to make us look acceptable. Especially on this end here. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer. That's a nice gradual climb, which we like very much. Okay. Now, there's a little bit of awkwardness there, so we're going to go back one more time. Our last attempt at this thing is going to be perfection. Maybe we should get rid of this hillock. This hillock seems like it might not be terribly useful. Hillock? Hillock? I actually don't know how to pronounce that word. I've only ever read it. Pardon me briefly while I figure it out. So, go to the screen. Hello, Fritz. One more topic. The topic is, how do we say words? All right.
Hillock. Hillock.
Hillock. Hillock. Learn to pronounce it, sure. Okay. Sounds like high luck.
Hillock.
Hillock. Let's try it. Oh, I have to allow the microphone. Hillock. Calculating. Good job! We did it! What's the British pronunciation on this one? Does it differ?
Hillock.
Hillock. Hillock. We got it. Good job, good job. Go team. So the way in which I said it first was actually the correct way. Thank goodness for that. That looks somewhat better. It's still very aggressive though, isn't it? I actually don't mind having a path to cross through there. Hello, Webbrow. Your colleague mentioned a term for teacher in Japanese is hakusei or sensei. Could I offer a distinction on those? Hakase. Hakase. Unfortunately, the person who can answer that question has just left the room and is not coming back anytime soon. So, no, I don't know the distinction. A sensei is used towards me. Daigaku sensei. But I do not know the other term, unfortunately. If you want me to ask my wife in a little bit, I can definitely do that. But she is indisposed presently. I'll have to take her Saturday bath. Okay, that looks somewhat better. Yeah, unfortunately, despite living in Japan for a while, the kind of Japanese I'm learning is mostly functional Japanese, as opposed to anything at all that is related to the subtleties of language and culture, etc. I'm going to say good enough right now, and see what happens when we run into a road now. what I'm hoping to make is just one nice cross path. One nice line here. Whoops. That's a 2x2. I like that very much. It is also possible that someone in channel knows more things about Japanese than I do. Hakase is for holder doctorates. Oh, really? In that case, they should be using that towards me. So maybe that's like the doctor-professor distinction in English, where professors are those who hold a teaching position that are not necessarily people with doctorates, but normally are. Yeah. Blue Link, you learned this last week in your Japanese class? Alright, well, Exist got it for us. Thank you for the good help on that one. But yeah, I am both professor and a doctor, so I should be getting both terms. Alright, unfortunately, it rejects what we've done here because of a rise here, unfortunately. Yeah, the moment I start changing things in terms of terrain size, everything gets all a little bit strange. So I'm going to run across here, and we're going to have to go backwards again. Man, this is just awkward, isn't it? A train master, I am not. Soon I'll be a train master, but terrain, no. Kiyoshi is second term for teacher. Blue Link, what's the distinction? Kiyoshi versus sensei or Hakase? Teach me the language I should be learning. Kiyoshi's instructor in general. Okay. And since they call me Hakase, no. As many of you know, I'm one of those cool guy professors who insist on being called by my first name. And if the students call me professor or doctor, I always say, hello, students. And they don't like that, not even a little bit. All right, let me go and add this road across first. Make sure that is doable with our current level of grading. There is a downslope, but I don't think it's too aggressive. We'll see. No piano music today. Oh, good question. Why did the piano music stop? It was playing a bit ago. It's currently spinning as if it's not able to connect to the host. Let me fix that real quick by reloading this and seeing what happens. It's called Pretzel. Yeah, for whatever reason, this program locks up once or twice a day. The reason why it might lock up is I let it run 24/7. So instead of turning it off at the end of the stream, I just mute it. And then during the intro, when it's time to have piano music, I raise the volume again. So keeping it running 24/7 may be the issue. It's possible. Piano music, go. There you go. Your music returns to you. So let me use the soften tool through here. Now, does that look better? It's still probably too low down here, but if I raise the level here, I'm guessing we need to remove. Yeah, it's a big level change. I should have done all this leveling before we made this area. Let's see if the road will work now, though. So 4-lane road, starting at the corner. Maintain that 90 degree as we go. Where's 90 degree? Okay. I will move this building here if it's not 90 degreeable or close to at least. Yeah, you can only see the angle when you're looking directly at it instead of maintaining it as you go down. It's a little annoying. 179. That's within the tolerance of a degree or so. Alright, so that road is now functional. Cool. The hard question then is, how do we get this and this to connect in one intersection? So the first thing I want to say is this road here, which is a 1-lane currently, which may be a 2-lane, I'm not sure on that, but 1-way highway that goes this way. So I'm going to start here, I guess, and then gently and lovingly connect it here if we can. No slope too steep, please. Alright, that gently and lovingly connects. It's beautiful. It's now time, my friends, for a slight ad break. 3 minutes of ads, our first real ad break today. On the other side of that, we will go ahead and finish this intersection. It'll be perfect. Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good time. Let's do some crossword. Oh, did we do a little bit already? Apparently we already had one ad break. I apologize for forgetting how the stream works. All right, so 3 minutes of fun. Rich Sun says, "Here, your professor, what do I research or teach?" Fernandez says, "Civil engineering." All right, look here, you. Look here, you. Cheeky articles of clothing. Cheeky articles of clothing. They can be short shorts, a certain kind of shorts that show off certain kind of cheeks. They could also be like chaps, I suppose. Cheeks are also on the face. I don't know what kind of clothing we'll wear for that. Not sure. Oh, Rich, Fairness is always saying civil engineering because we're playing a game where I'm doing a very bad job at civil engineering. If we were playing a chemistry-based game, Fairness would say I teach chemistry. So you'll have to guess. Guess what I teach, and then I'll tell you the truth afterwards. That's how it goes. Frozen Queen. Everybody loves Queen Elsa. You blank? Lurch catchphrase. Oh, Lurch is the very large fellow. The very large fellow who is in the not the Munsters, the Addams Family. You rang? Just like that. You rang. Daiquiri base. I mean, I know daiquiris often have ice in them. Name in a John Irving title. Isn't he the one who wrote like the Rabbit series? That may not be him. Raggedy Plaything. Well, there's Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy. Maybe so.
Hi. I heard a.
There's
crossword
there's a
happening.
Japanese question also.
Oh.
But we can go ahead and do this and then come back to it. Yeah. So Rich
The
Sun.
World According to
what's that?
Garp.
Oh, World According to Garp is his. Thank you much indeed. Good
You were
job.
thinking of Philip Roth.
Philip Roth, thank you. So Rich, I saw your answer earlier. I kind of ignored it, but this section here, Knobs' head, please don't help me. I wish to remain helpless. Thank you for trying to help me, though. I do appreciate that. There's a Japanese question on the distinction between sensei and... what was the other word? Yeah, hakusei. Hakase.
Hakase means PhD.
Right, exactly right. That's what we learned ultimately.
Yeah, like I know this because of my business card.
Your business card, absolutely right. Business card, so important, so good. It's fine, Rich. No worries at all. It's all cool. You're new here. We tend to be forgiving of people trying to help, especially.
Yeah.
Important part of an undertaking. What we found in 8 of the puzzle's answers.
Wow.
So, what's an important undertaking? Who
I don't
knows?
know, but I bet they're those bubbly
They're
things.
probably the bubbly things. United. That could be as one, possibly. Moonstruck, Oscar winner.
Do you know this?
Yes. What's one of her songs?
Back in time.
Back time. I like that you use that particular kind of voice there. That's your favorite episode of X-Files, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, postmodern Prometheus.
Yeah.
Based on Cher.
She was going to be in it.
Moo!
And then her schedule didn't work out.
You just kept talking, that's fine though. Punchline to an interrupting cow joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the person talking, you yell, moo. Funny
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So apparently they had a Cher body double?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretend to be Cher
Yeah.
in the show. Yeah, I think I've watched that episode of X-Files with you. Generally speaking, X-Files not for me.
Too scary.
Too scary. But I think I enjoyed that one because it was like a very affirming episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of lovely.
It's like the San Junipero of the X-Files.
Man, San Junipero, good black beer. Not interested in certain relationships briefly. So it could be ace, like asexual possibly. Yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
But certain relationships.
Yeah, certain. No sexual ones.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. City near Lake Tahoe.
I don't know. Is that Reno, Nevada?
Maybe. That seems plausible. Franchise that claims to have invented deep dish familiarly. Deep dish pizza started by...
I mean, it could be Pizzeria Uno.
Maybe. So
French.
Gino's East in Chicago often insists that they were early adopted at least. No, it's Chicago style. It's not deep dish. Even deeper. It's casserole kind, but I'm not sure. There's The Hut. There's... Let's go and do 2 more, and then we'll get back to our game. Client counterpart in computing. There's the client side, and then the server side. I don't know. Is no longer. That's was then. So it's not going to be 1. Now, I want to say server, but server doesn't quite fit there.
Wed.
Wed is as 1. Very good. And the last one for now, splashy addition to an outdoor...
What, server does fit there.
Oh, does it? Oh, I don't know how to count. Thank you, Nons, for being here and saving me embarrassment. Splashy addition to an outdoor event. It's like a water slide?
No.
I don't know.
Slip and slide?
Slip and slide.
I don't think it fits.
No, unfortunately not. Slide.
It's like, I have 3 bubbles. I will make the entire word slide fit in there.
Absolutely. So the one thing I want to say is I'm guessing that, what is it? Mid and ver. Dim and rev?
But they're also like...
They're split, aren't they?
Yeah, with a black square in the middle.
Yeah, so it might be like jumping over something or, who knows. We'll figure it out though. Very good. A fine ad break.
Okay, bye.
See ya. So Rich, I'm not sure if you heard me earlier before the ad started. Feel free to guess what I teach, and I'll tell you the truth afterwards. But I was like hearing what people come up with on that kind of thing. And yeah,
architecture, clearly not.
So Fairnet's already made that joke, but yeah, so let's make fun of Resorti's terrible ability to build nice things. Tries his best.
Clearly not a public policy.
Yeah, so usually I'll start the ad break, like the ad portion of the ad break, about 30 seconds before the actual ads come, so it's not abrupt. Because it is the case that when I say, like, here comes an ad break, it takes time for you all to hear that. And so I worry if I don't say it preemptively, then folks will be deeply confused. Why is he gone to ads? Why has he not warned us? That kind of thing. And also for slightly sneaky, sellout reasons, I figure if people watch the first 30 seconds of the crossword and say, oh, that's so much fun, I want to see more crossword, they might subscribe. Get them high.
That's like
good.
Dan Savage.
He's like Dan Savage? What does Dan Savage do?
He gives you a little bit of the bigger edition.
Oh, I see.
He sometimes has special exclusive interviews, and he gives you a little bit of it.
You do like Dan Savage quite a bit.
He has been adding more and more and more things to his subscriber thing. I don't know what's happening.
To the point that you're considering subscribing, or not so much?
No, I still wouldn't, just because I wouldn't take advantage of it.
I see.
But he has like Zoom things now, like Zoom brown bag get-togethers, and like other extra content, and I'm a little bit worried for him. Like, why is he desperate for subscribers? What's happening?
Possibly. I mean,
surely the man does not need more money. I'm sure he's fine, right?
I don't know. He lives in Seattle. It's not expensive there, I think.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, look, friends, I made an intersection. It's not the best thing ever.
Well, what is that person doing?
What'd they do? They parked?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so on-street parking appears to be allowed here. I thought it wasn't allowed.
That's a bad decision.
Oh, it's not that it's not allowed. It's very expensive, to the point that I think people should use the parking lot instead, but they're just not doing so.
That guy's Dan Savage. Loads of money.
Apparently so. I'm going to make one more parking lot in this area, hopefully to deter that kind of behavior.
Oh, man. That's a slightly dangerous intersection. Do you realize what you've done?
There's a stoplight.
Okay. I mean, people have to cross over. Right?
Oh, we're in Japan here, yeah. So, unfortunately, to get to this side, you have to go wee. Now, hopefully, people will just use the correct turn lanes.
I mean, they have been, but it's a little interesting.
They're doing great. Well, I don't need your commentary. I don't need your backseating, lady. No, it's good having you here, Noms. I love hanging out with you.
You know what would be better is if you put a roundabout there.
Yeah. Let's put a second medium lot here.
Okay, bye. I got an email coming.
We'll see you, Noms. Have a good time. All right. And then we want to make this area into like commercial is deeply desired. So more deeply commercial, more good. All right. Mom's on Team Roundabout? No, it's not Mom. We do not refer to Noms as my mother. That'd be very upsetting to me. Even though she does pay most of the bills. Noms! N-O-M-Z. Noms. I know it's homophonic, though. It's so hard to hear. Rich, you are correct that I do not teach civil engineering. But past that, you gotta guess. No hints, no hints. At least this is functional once more, and my town is a great town. We'll come back here later and see if it's still backing up terribly, because last time we looked, it was indeed backing up terribly. So I want to look at other parts of our fair city and see how the traffic's looking at them. And that's want to build, build, build. So looking for any place that have the traffic warning. And there are none. There are none. All the complaints I see have to do with the price of housing, the price of industry, price. If you weren't here yesterday, you missed the part of our creation that's the most beautiful and good thing we've ever made. The so-called island. It's a fancy and wealthy place, and we built 2 marinas, 2 harbors, exclusively to fit these two together. Exclusively making them very attractive. And over here, almost no one lives. It's the richest place in town. So rich, in fact, that there aren't enough people who come here to sustain the Epicurean garden building. And currently, no one lives in this building. So I think we need to have some other way to get from place to place than just having the marina, the harbor, because people are not going to here at all. People live everywhere but the Epicurean building. I wonder why. We'll see. Secret tunnel. Secret walking tunnel could be good. Because it doesn't have to be a proper road. Like they could, we could make them walk back and forth every day. Let's see what we can do for a secret tunnel. And I think one with roads is perhaps best. So we'll put a little alley, hidden secret quiet, and I'll have it. Yeah, so the people with their limousines come into here, enjoy this this 2-lane area with no available parking spots. I don't want people gumming up the road there. I almost said jumping up the road. That's not a word. So we'll make one more parking lot here. Do boats have stop like buses? They do. They do indeed. Which surprised me a little bit. But yeah, I have 2 current lines. One that goes from the city side to the island side, and one that goes from the city outside of town. If you don't have that one to leave town, you're not allowed to actually have it set up there. It's a little parking lot for people to leave their cars. Suddenly a little bit deeper there. So we're going to make a district here. So I'm able to raise the price quite a bit on on-street parking if possible. Okay, good. You just got to guess. Just got to guess my teaching. I can't give you too many hints. There's no prize for getting it right or wrong. People have come in and guessed very, very silly things about what I must actually teach. And I just enjoy what kind of vibe I give off. Whatever it might be. But it's really no big deal. There have been people who have actually thought I've taught math, which is hilarious for all and sundry. Victoria Heights, not a good name. Must be a name that refers to the harbor in some way. So I want to make some joke based on this being the place where fancy rich people head to the island. And the fancy rich people probably have lots of investments. And there's some investment term, some element of investment that is called stock float. And boats float. So how do I make a relationship between the floating boats and the floating the floating stocks? Liquid assets. Warp speed that's even smarter than mine. I love liquid assets so much. Thank you for the good shout there, as the British say. I love it. That's great. Thank you. Oh, Rich, the way the game works is this. You type in, I think you teach, name, period. I then say, right you are, or wrong you are, whichever way, and I'll tell you right away what I teach. You just have to guess, and the longer the game's going on, the less fun I'm having with it. Liquid assets, so darn good. Hey, Falcon, thank you for the generous follow, Falcon TX. Call it sunk cost because these cruise ships is a ferry. You're not wrong. It is definitely a sunken cost. Alright, so I'm going to raise the value of parking here to 50. I do not want anyone parking here. That's as high as it can go. Like, pure exploitation happening there. Oh, that's at the harbor. No, that's false. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong item there. So you stay at 20, that's good. This, parking, like I said, 50. Don't park there. Think I teach linguistics, physical chemistry. Yeah, both wrong today. That's okay though. I teach philosophy and political theory. Thy name is Resorty. So there you go. Think I teach econ? Don't tell my colleagues that. I'm always so struck. So this next week I'm teaching Marx in class, and I'm always so struck by how little of the history of economic thought the econ students know here. Like the program here is basically zero theory, all calculation, and all like, I don't know, like pure ideology of this is how markets work. And so no, I teach philosophy of political thought primarily. It says in the FAQ, it does indeed. It does indeed down there. But I know lots of people don't read the FAQ, and so it's been a fun game I've played over and over the past 7 years. And there have been some very outlandish guests throughout, but it's how it goes, All right. Hopefully that will empty the streets before too terribly long. But like we said, we like to have a secret path underwater if possible. Now, this seems to be a little bit Batman-like. So wherever I put the secret path, I'm going to cover it in trees and other ways of hiding, hopefully. So we want a tiny little alley. This is like a maintenance road, possibly. Oh, we could expand the, what's it called? The gated community element. So only people who live and work here can go to the island at all. Seems nice. All right, so off of this thing, what's an alley look like coming directly off of a highway off-ramp? I mean, a little ridiculous. Like, frankly, a little ridiculous, but it could be much, much worse. We'll continue along from there and see. So we can either come out right here or over here. I want to leave the open space as much as possible. Rich, you teach econ? Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, always glad to have more teachers here. The wider variety of thinkers we can have, the happier I am. Glad to have any viewers at all. Anyone wants to hang out here is welcome. But it is really fun having people here who teach stuff, so I can learn more about how teaching goes. Oh, are alleys not allowed underwater? The game is stealing my joy. Hey, Dory, good seeing ya. Wait, what's happening? I don't understand how to interpret this. I think alleys are not allowed underground, so that has to be a larger one than that. Too bad. Too bad. Hey, Youngstar Theo, thank you for the follow. Third time here, I deserve a follow. Thank you for the reward. I do my level best to put on a good show, of course, of course. Thank you for your generosity, sincerely. Oh my goodness. The island's like Alcatraz? Yeah, the rich people are imprisoned there. That's how this works. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't want to do the pedestrian path because I'm fairly sure people will not walk to their homes. It's just too far to go. It seems like they're unwilling to also take the boat line, unfortunately. Yeah, we have one passenger who has ever gone from here to there. So that's perhaps not so good. Yeah, I'll have to figure that one out. So we need the highway thing instead to get across. So I can use the hidden alleyway, or I guess we can just immediately try the one-lane road and see what it looks like. Or one-lane road off of here. It's one-way highway instead, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so make a little curve. That looks somewhat nicer. And then we're aiming for over there. So we'll begin to go down now and see how this works. Okay, it's complaining about being in water. So we have to go even deeper. Huh. This is not working in the way I wish it would. And I'm just confused. So are underwater bridges not allowed in this game? Hey, Hyper, how you doing? Hyper Pyrexic, cool name. Look like a metallurgy teacher you had. I enjoy playing Skyrim and Mountain Blade Bannerlord and making so many swords. That's all I got though about that kind of thing. Yeah, it seems that underwater is disallowed. I go even deeper. Let's see. Oh, you know what the issue is? You know what the issue is? The issue is the water's quite deep here. And so going only 20 meters down is still in the water. I understand now. So how far down do I have to go to get underneath the water? This is absurd. So negative 50 is as far as we're allowed to go down. And we got slope too steep and then in water. So it's not possible to go down far enough, perhaps. Do I have a some kind of rope to throw overboard to determine how deep things are? Because I can try to raise the level underwater, but if I teach the Republic and become a metallurgist, here is how your soul is made of bronze. Very confusing. Tunnels are allowed. The uneven bottom is maybe the issue. Okay. I know there's an underground view. Can I move to the underground view and see what's under the sea? How do I get underground view? There should be a button right here that does it. Maybe try digging a tunnel from farther on the shore instead. We could maybe do that. Maybe we could try that. Cat. Let me try to raise the surface level to a flat one by using level terrain. Okay, here we can see. Have I found the problem, friends? Is it possible I have found the problem? This is when I was trying to learn how the how the tunneling tools worked, and yeah. So it's actually not the issue because it was over here instead. But yeah, who loaded my save file and did such a thing? All right, let's go ahead and bring this up some if we can. Yeah, why are people sneaking onto my computer and making these strange choices? Oh, speaking of which, oh my goodness, I've never told this story on stream before, I don't believe. I was so embarrassed over it. When I was a kid, I loved going to a friend's house for sleepovers. I had this one friend with a really, really good computer. And I think I've mentioned that before, that he and I would play a bunch of like late 90s, early 2000s video games together. And my favorite one was X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. And that was a single player game, which you fly as a Star Wars character. My friend and I would always split it up. So he was the pilot, so he had like the stick and would fly around. And I was the gunner, and so I would use the keyboard to aim and shoot and so on. It was really, really fun. Really, really fun. And he had other games that were all single player that we could never find a way to play together. Right? So he would just want to play them solo, and I would sit and watch. That was okay. But sometimes in the middle of the night, I would get up during sleepover time and play the games myself, because I wanted to play them, of course. And then one day, I got a furious call from his father. How dare you look at pornography on our home computer? Don't you know this is a Christian house? This kind of thing. I never did. My friend must have done so and blamed me. You know he's up in the middle of the night playing video games here. He must be... I didn't. I swear I didn't. Thus is to say, which one of you snuck onto my computer and dug that hole? Yeah, I think I talked to my friend later and said, like, why would you throw me under the bus on that one? And he said, you know how angry my dad gets at me? He wouldn't be as angry at you. Just take the L. I was like, oh. What's the ethical action? Say that you're to bite the bullet? So I didn't think through it in any way. I just said immediately, I didn't do that, because it was a moment of, I'm being accused of something, I'm confused, denial is truth, telling the truth. But we never talked about it again, we never talked about it all again, and it was just kind of water on the bridge. But I don't know if my friend got in trouble for it ultimately or what, but Oh, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible. Is there maybe a problem with the boat having problems to raise the seafloor? So thus far, I've seen the boats trundle along, we'll call them. As they bounce along, I've noticed that they kind of list from side to side. I've never seen them stop though, so I'm not quite sure. Okay, so with that now raised, let's see what happens on making it underwater, etc. Many of you suggested starting from farther back. That may be necessary. I'm gonna try once more going this way. Go as deep as possible. Okay, so now it's only saying so slope too steep. It's not saying in water. So it is over here, unfortunately. Maybe that part needs to be raised a little bit also. But we are improving. That's the important thing. We are doing a better job. Yeah, that'd be too low probably. So take leveling level from here. Who needs dredging? Not us. Am I taking it lower? It's popping it lower. Why not build a bridge? I'm trying very hard to hide it. I'm trying to make it very hard so no one can see anything at all. Maybe we'll make a bridge and see. Okay, let me see now if I can start a little bit too far away. Farther away, rather, to get the slope more extended. I just wanted to see if it was going to complain about being in the water as it did previously. So instead of going this way, let's remove that and head in this direction instead. Have a lot of runway, I suppose, for getting underneath the water instead. Or we could swing out this way and then try to go underneath the harbor. That feels pretty dumb. I might do it anyway. As many of you know, that seems dumb has never actually stopped me from doing anything in any playthrough ever. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe you could build this tunnel in a chevron shape. Okay, a chevron is like an arrow, I believe. It's often seen on military clothing. So, is your suggestion that we should go, like, up and out this way, and then back down again? If so, I like that idea. I mean, it will look lovely. It'd be a tremendous waste of taxpayer money that, this recovered only when we eventually get people to live here. But we'll see, we'll see. Start with a random place in the middle of town instead. Oh. Yeah, as a way of really hiding it. I mean, I don't mind that idea either. But I chose here, I will try this. Let me give it another shot, we'll see what happens. Okay. So, need runway. So from here, like so, turn a little bit. Let's go. Rich and Fundine, let's settle out and be chill, please. If you want to have that kind of conversation, Discord's the place to do it, if you please. Let's be cool, yo. That's right, I say yo like the kids do. We're going to begin going down a wee bit here. So, make it nice and straight. Thank you, thank you. Okay. And then, from there, I'm going to try to go down 20 meters. We can have a what's it called? A switchback, I suppose? Going across and around, over and over and over. Biff, when you were a kid, your best friend introduced you to alcohol when you were teenagers. Your dad thought the roles reversed. He thought that you were the bad influence, Biff. No, my friend was definitely the bad influence. One of his favorite things to do was to go explore underground in our town, rather. So there are these large, I don't know what they are, like sewer pipe feels right, but it's not sewer. It's instead just like large water, like probably flow pipes to avoid flooding most likely. And they were large enough that one could go inside of them when stooping down, like so. Culverts, storm drains, maybe that kind of thing. Yeah, and so he would so much want to go out in the middle of the night and ride our bicycles over to these and then head inside of them. They often have like a very small amount of standing water at the bottom, but only enough to wet the bottom of one's shoes. And every single time we went out, I would say like, oh, I just want to stand guard, by which I meant there's no possible way I'd go in there. But he would go in there with a flashlight and like go looking around and stay in there for what felt like hours. There's no way it was actually that long, but I was so terrified. Like, both on the side of I'm going to get in trouble, as well as the feeling of man, it is just dark and spooky, and he's going to find the mole people, no doubt. If I stay at 10 meters here, I need to pass over the pipes there. So, there we go. Who would have guessed the I'll stand guard kid would not like horror movies? Yeah, it was definitely the I'll stand guard kid all the way. Alright, so come this way. So we're now at 20 underground. Start turning. And then we'll go down to 30. Slope's looking good. And then to 40. Okay. So I kind of want to emerge underneath and come out like so. But that's going to require coming around quite a bit. What a great use of city money, huh? Alright, slope too steep. What's going on? Why is it too steep there? Huh. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, I see. I was lining up with this road. So if we go straight ahead here, some kind of weirdness is happening underground. It's allowed to do that. That will work. Good, good, good. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So, Rich, the reason I say it's a Discord answer or question I don't want to deal with back and forth in chat, it might get hostile. Yeah, when I say something's a Discord question, it means you're discussing something that I think is super interesting, I'd like to talk to, but I see people getting kind of worked up over it, and so Discord's a place where people can be a bit more thoughtful. I don't have to read it while I'm streaming. So please, if I say it's for Discord, I mean it's for Discord. Thank ya. Alright, so we go all the way to here at 40 under, and then loop again. And our goal is start going back up now. Okay. Yeah, the point at which a conversation in chat becomes, and how old are you, kid? I'm like, not what I'm going for while I'm streaming. Just feels bad, man. Feels bad. So if we go to the 20 already, it becomes slope too steep again. But we are arriving where we want to be, closer and closer. -10, hope is the last bit of this. Okay, getting that slope too steep in a big way. Alright, so if I let's go straight out, like so, it's fine to here, but that looks really ugly. Let's remove this and try to get a better angle towards this, hopefully. I connect all the islands to this tunnel. I mean, I kind of like that idea. The idea of having some tremendous underground monstrosity that, as was mentioned before, wastes all the taxpayer money gloriously, gloriously. This is going to be the part where we try to come in for a landing. So, I should attach to you. Are you 30 down? You're 30 down. You love my horrific tunnel? Thank you. Thank you. I made it just for you. I thought you'd enjoy it. The tunnel's one way. Well, that's fine. Is that fine? The reason it's one way is because it comes off of the one way. We'd have another tunnel that delivers out here. It's going to be perfect. Don't you worry. It's all planned, all planned, all planned. Okay. So. Okay. Right, I want to keep going. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever made. Okay, turn. Still at -20. So we go to -10 now. Okay, that puts us in water. So we have to stay -20 a while longer as we continue turning. I'm so excited for Yelling Behold on this one. Can you even imagine how great it's going to be? -10 is still in water there. Let's try -15 instead. -15 is still good to go. We'll go to 12.5. Okay, Okay, 12.5 we get the in-water warning. Slope too steep. Okay, we can get to here at negative 12.5. I don't see us getting from negative 12.5 to 0 by the time we get here, but I'm very excited to find out. Very excited. If I wrap all the way around, maybe we can have a racetrack under the water. You all are brilliant. I hope I don't have to take out loans on this one. Like, hoping it's the case that, hoping it's the case that this will work out. We'll see. So last bit up here. Okay, that's too high apparently. If we stay at negative 5 or so, still too high. All right, getting on the far side might not be doable, unfortunately. Will that work? Okay, we're very close now. We can see the sun. Here comes the sun. Na 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 na. Thank you very much for the generous subscription. Bobby P, how's it going? How's pedestrian-only island going? It might be introducing some non-pedestrians in a moment here, but don't worry. It's going to be beautiful and good anyway. A good seeing Shin Guards. There's a football jersey. Absolutely. Football jersey for a Welsh football team you may know of, called Wrexham. I like it quite a bit. If we go to 0 now, can we get up there? It's perfect. I think I want to go the other direction. But that's really nice. They said it couldn't be done, and yet it has been done. Possibly. But it needs to attach to this road, I believe. Because otherwise it doesn't count as being usable. So I have to run into the pedestrian area. I have an idea, though. I have an idea how to do this, which is connect here, come up and around. Perfect. Now, throw a parking lot there, and then have the pedestrian path attach. Oh, is this doable? Parking, pedestrian, too large. Tiny baby one. Why are you so large? Why are you so large? All right. We can expand the island a tiny little bit for this one. Yep. We spent the majority of today's stream just working in the same area, expanding things little by little, hopefully. I'm going to use the raised terrain tool very, very weakly. Am I getting more land? Maybe this is too weakly, and I can't really see how it's changing. I see dancing green, and then that's about that. Let's try to go up by 25? There we go. Okay, so it is raising really quite quickly now. Okay, lower it some, raise it some. We'll soften that in a moment. This is us bringing piles and piles of gravel from the main city. Okay, is that going to be enough room? We're doing even more. Yeah, parking in this game I really like. I just so wish there were possible to make an even smaller size one. There's a lot of sizing in this game is not exactly what I want it to be. Okay. Ideally, I want it to be roughly here. So we can see we need to fix the area at the very front there, and a little bit at the back end, where we are getting close. So I'm going to raise it a bit more, and then let's just use the leveling tool right away and see what happens. So this tool, leveling, a little rocky, take that. We'll use soften to make it more attractive in a bit, but not bad. Not bad at all. Good. This tunnel is for a parking lot? You better believe it. You better believe it. And then you have to walk past there. Okay. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be absolutely everything I ever wanted it to be. Now, can highways snap in here? The highway does not work for this purpose. That's fine. What will work instead is we have a pedestrian path. No, it can't be a pedestrian path. It has to be an actual road, or else they can't park their cars there. So, Tiny Baby Alley can start here and go to there. Perfect. It's called Hickory Lane. No, it's called Hidden Valley Car Ranch. Perfect. Oh, maybe try a dirt road instead. That would look more rustic, wouldn't it? It'll throw up all sorts of troubles. Let's see what it looks like, though. How it changes. Yeah, I mean, it's nicer. I mean, it's actually nicer. I'll move this to the same. How do we get back to the island, or back off the island? We'll deal with that in a moment. Don't you worry. All manners will be resolved before too long here. Oh, it looks so lovely. Okay. So once more, Hidden Valley Car Ranch. Good. They need to get power there. Easily done. Easily done. It's running to a highway, so that will not work. That said, if we connect here into here, you have power now, yes. Nope, not quite. I think I didn't actually connect here. Oh, it's close. It's pretending like it's connected, but it's not quite connected. How about like that? Does that do it? Huh. Close but no cigar. A Commando NLN. NLN, thank you so much for being with us. Hope you're having a good day. Hope your cities are going well, and may it look more attractive than my thing right here. Behold? No, not behold. Behold? Oh no. You look like you're connected. You really okay. What if I connect into the street instead? Does that do it? That's done. Okay, good. Now we can remove the bit underground here, and we'll all be perfect. Underground mode. Good, good. Possibly good. Possibly good. Oh, that's into the road, not into the building directly? That makes sense. Alright. So they can now bring cars to here. Good. From there, we expand out pedestrian pathway. And this is the land of nice straight lines. Oh, also, if you want people to be able to use the tourist element of the water tower, I bet we need to plug into it onto the road. Okay. I wish there were different kinds of pedestrian-only streets, which will allow things to connect somewhat better, but unfortunately that's not going to work out. I believe if you use the attractive path, namely the walking path here, this does not count for connecting people. Now it might. Let's try it and see if it does. If people come from this path over to here. Slope too steep. Slope too steep, they say. No, it's fine. There we go. Okay, so at this, what is this? What kind of kickflip nonsense is this? Someone's gonna trip and hurt themselves. Just don't look too closely, that's alright. That should work. Now, may I connect these together for pedestrians to enjoy? There. Overlapping. Okay. So maybe you don't actually need to be connected here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice. Okay. Path under landscape tools. Yeah, I guess what I don't know about the paths is /R, will they allow people to go home? I know they can be used for attractive purposes. I know people can wander and walk, but if they park here, will they then wander to their homes or just too far away? I think better safe than sorry. I'm going to make a proper path between these. And I guess using a small... Yeah, having a gravel road along here actually is not the worst thing, because it means that emergency vehicles can then get to the pedestrian path. The emergency vehicles will want to use that. Okay, in between the Hidden Valley Car Ranch Road and the Serene Stroll, we have the Oceanside Stride. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I should definitely be a marketing professor with names like that. Cool. Alright, so now that there are actually vehicles here... Oh man, someone's calling for an ambulance. They're waiting, but someone's ill at Villa City, unfortunately. Alright, so the island here. You now have a cost for on-street parking. That cost is as expensive as possible. If you make it over here, though, the parking lot cost 12 instead. Not too bad. Excellent. Okay. Okay. So, with that now done, there is a way to get over there. However, how to get away from the parking? You mean like having driven? So the question is going to be this. We can either turn all this into two-way, or what I'm considering doing instead is give us a little bit more ground here in order to go back into the tunnel and complete the loop. So if we were to get back into the tunnel, right, it goes here, have the tunnel, like a second tunnel go underneath, and then come to here, which returns people to the harbor. Is the boat a ferry? Sure. Yeah, I mean, you call it what you want to call it. It's definitely a cruise ship being used. And there are two of them sitting on top of each other, but it goes from here to here. Sure. Okay, so let's now work on returning people to home. Unfortunately, they can only enter and exit the parking lot on this side, so the road will have to go around this way. Now, what will it look like if I attempt to just have a path straight on down to the ground? So we'll take the gravel road and see what we can do with it, just going down to really the smallest amount down we can, which is 1.25. But unfortunately, it floods immediately. I suspect we don't have enough space here to get down far enough. It's just going to flood immediately. And if it doesn't, it'll be slope too steep. Really, either way, not so good. Yeah, the problem's right there. So, we will give ourselves some more underwater land, which will help somewhat. So let me use the landscaping tool to raise the ground a bit. So I want to raise it to, well, initially this level. Okay, that should help some. And then we'll lower around if we can get the, if we can get the tunnel in place. So go down to 5 if possible. Oh, that's good. That's good. What? All right. I don't think the game should let me do this, and yet it has. Perfection. We'll have to find some sweepers to help us get out of there. That's lovely. That's lovely and good. Okay. So, I then want to move in the direction of one-way road. Will you click in or no? Let's pick a side, any side. I want to continue going underground until it's out of sight. So, go to 5 down. Yeah, we're just going to need some additional land to work with. And I wonder if we will be able to go down here, if we'll have to get rid of that water somehow. Oh, this is the most fiddly part of the game, and I just love it. I noticed this previously, but fiddliness makes me so happy every single time. And I always think, oh, this is not compelling stream content. Why would anyone do this? Why would anyone be watching this? And I think part of it is just, it's fun seeing things come together, right? Even if you as a player disagree with the particular struggle I'm going through, even if you say, oh, you shouldn't be doing that with Resorty, it's probably still a little entertaining to see how it goes. Hello, Adi. Can I show you the city? Special places are beautiful places. This is the island. The island is, special and beautiful, isn't it? And, yeah, that's the special, beautiful place we made. Give me a moment to work on this, and I will show you some other places we've made. But yes. When we were first playing Star Trek Infinite, I remember a bunch of people were saying, wait, really? That's the entire map? The entire map is just that tiny sliver of Federation space? I said, no. I just get hyper-fixated on very small portions of a game at a time, and largely ignore everything else that's happening. This game is very much that way too. All that matters is this tiny, tiny little bit here, and that is all. Okay, so staying with the gravel road, we're down to 5 now. Water is being a problem. Hey, Gelly, how's it going? It may be convinced that this is not usable, which is totally true. So we're going to go back here. That gets rid of the water in a really nice way. If we expand out on both sides here, okay, level to there. There we go. And I said I'll pull this back later because I don't want a weird peninsula sticking out. It looks kind of nice. It looks increasingly like one of those Mediterranean islands, you know, Crete or Cyprus or Malta. Can't remember which one's which, unfortunately. I've asked this before. I don't recall the answer. I know there's a very popular British candy called the Malteser. Is this of relation to the place called Malta? Or are they wholly distinct? So I want to believe that British people believe that people from Malta only eat Maltesers. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Alright, so that should help a little bit. And then underground, let's raise it a little bit. Just to get ourselves down to -50. And that's easy to get around. Okay. So that should be enough for at least getting under the ground. So go -10 now. Okay, so gotta stay at -5 or so. To there is good. Alright, we got under the ground. It immediately introduces water, but that apparently is fine. Maybe the Maltesers are related to Knights of Malta, the Crusaders? Oh, possibly. Maybe it was like brought back from the Holy Land. Surely when I think of the Holy Land, I think of candy of some sort. Alright, quick tour of other parts of the playthrough, because it can't be just the island. The island surely is the greatest. What do we really like in our play? What's nice and worth showing? The problem is it's all just piled high. I spent a long time making Justice Junction. It is the true downtown of our home. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, what have I done? Why are all the cars yellow here? Why are the cars, are these all taxis? So all of these taxis are from out of town because we do not have a taxi service in this place. Alright, first thing to do is get rid of these stoplights that are doing nothing for us. Why did you ask me to look at other places in the city? This is all your fault. I was having such a good time, and now somewhat less so. Get rid of those, get rid of those. That will... Oh gosh. That will help a little bit. This stop... Oh, is there no stoplight here? There are stoplights there. We probably want to leave those. These folks are parked and they're waiting. They're definitely waiting there. Oh, that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So they're yielding. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? So everyone is trying to get into that one lane to... Okay, maybe this lane counts as straight. That should help also. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to all of you. Just go straight. Just go straight. You're good now. You're good. Oh, look how much better. We improved it. We improved it. They're still doing some weirdness. Is there a sign that says you may not change lanes? That's what I actually need here. No lane change allowed. No straight ahead. I need the inversion of that. Where's my negation sign? Seemingly no. I want to get rid of the crosswalks though, because clearly that's kind of silly here. That's surely better. Okay, and clearly, well, not clearly. Left turn here, or right here turn here would be okay. We'll see, we'll see. Hey, miss, good seeing you. We'll leave that for right now and see what changes. It's definitely better than it was. So many taxis, though. Goodness gracious. Alright, so this is the best part of my city. You wanted to see attractive parts? Look what I made. All these fun little angles. Yeah, it's nice. Look at my lovely, not really a roundabout. Oh, it's beautiful. Other than that, what looks nice in this place? Well, Lorixton. This is the place we name after trees. Yeah, I imagine a nice spread out attractive place. It looks pretty good. Other than that, oh yeah, look at this. Look at Neptunia. So called because it looks like Neptune's trident. Oh, it's nice, it's nice. And then we got downtown, which has a lovely high school overlooking the graveyard to remind the youngsters that the end is nigh. Repent, repent. Oblongi over here. That's pretty good too. We love that. People are parking on the street. Huh. Why did I just make a normal road here instead of a proper highway? That's weird. We should stop that eventually. In Massachusetts, roundabouts are called rotaries. Oh, that's right, M. Brady. I forgot about rotaries. I went through one of those when I was driving in Boston once long ago. And, yeah, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Yeah, we say roundabouts in the Midwest. I think also overseas they use that. Those are the nice things. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing them. OTE. My suspicion is you may have clicked out of the stream saying, what fresh hell is this? As perhaps everyone else should. Now that we're underground, we want to move in the direction of a one-lane road that is going to turn this way ideally. But for that, we got some problems. Pushed a button, I have no idea what it did. So if we start here, it immediately says in water. Yeah, we can't go anywhere without getting in water. I'm trying to figure out where slope too steep will go away. Over here. So there might be some very strange underwater variations in elevation. Let's see if we can fix those somewhat now. This is all worth it, I promise. Okay, yeah, it just dropped off very quickly there. So I borrow this level? What's that do? Yeah, it brings up a little bit. I think the thing to do though is use the shift terrain tool just to bring it up slowly. That's a little bit too much. Okay. Someday they'll make pre-made tunnel systems. Yeah, they can't do the whole same level all the way across. Like, how ridiculous would that be if we just had like one long line of dirt all the way around? Pay no attention to the spur. Okay, make sure it's wide enough that they can get down to it. Increase brush strength a bit. It's not going quite as fast as I want to. All right. Gotta believe. I have my doubts. So, we want to go -2.5 where we can connect in. So the slope's acceptable there, but for the water. But it's not going down is the problem. So down to 375. Okay, here there's no water, but slope is too steep. Because there's a drop-off right there. Okay, if we just level there, I believe, to here.
We'll have to run that down some. That's okay, though. Okay, from here again. 375? I might abandon this project very soon. It's not working how I want to. But I guess we'll level it up and see what happens. All right, friends, an ad break is upon us. The once an hour, 3 minutes of ads to stop any pre-roll advertisements is upon us now. We'll pause the game. We'll play some crossword. Should be a good time. When the ad break is over, we'll probably abandon this part of the island work. The island is a absolute waste of taxpayer money. I'm enjoying it, but it is very, very slow going. All right, 3 minutes ads starting right away. Okay, so run. I mean, it could be like speed, hurry, that kind of thing. Salmon runs, where salmons work their way through a area of water. Also what? Runs in like one's stockings, possibly? Means a tear? Not sure. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. OMG, I can never unhear that. That's TMI, too much information. Takaru, who's known as the godfather of competitive eating. It's a Japanese fellow. I think his name starts with an H. I'm not certain on that. But he was one of the first people to show up at the Nathan's 4th of July hot dog eating contest and just slam down so many hot dogs. I think he had a ritual of like eating a huge amount each day in order to stretch his stomach, and then he would avoid it, of course. He's a very thin man, but we'll see. Falling for Christmas star Lindsay. The only Lindsay I know as an actress is Lindsay Lohan. I have no idea if it's right. We'll see after bits, but her name does fit. So, Fix as a horse, to geld. I remember at one point we're playing Dwarf Fortress, and there's a medical maneuver one can do on animals in it called gelding. And we had some long conversation with a viewer who refused to believe that gelding just is removal of testicles. Like, no, they wouldn't treat animals that... I swear. Alright. Speaker's platform. The dais? Or dais? Pull one's weight, perhaps. So throwing your weight around is to, indicate that you're the big deal and you should do what you say. Pull one's weight. It's the question mark that's thrown me off. I'm not quite sure. Dallas to Houston direction. Yeah, unfortunately, geography of Texas is not my strong suit. A confident reply from a writer to an editor, maybe. Stet means let it stand. Don't you change that. Boxer Liston is Sunny Liston. To the downs then. A second shot. I mean, I know there's like a 2-tap military shooting where you shoot one part of the body than another. I can't remember how it works, but that's not what's going to be here. Second shot. So that could be like the big shot and the assistant. You slam 1 tequila, 2 tequila, not sure. Experimental pop group Blank Collective. I think it's Animal Collective. Lures are tempts, so it's a verb there. Blank 2, a Verdi aria for baritone. I have no idea. Across those assigns the number 2, namely rate. So Erie 2, good. Retake. You retake an exam. Good. Fresh start, so to speak. Something possibly? I'm not sure though. Portuguese greeting is an hola. A model Patty, who is married to both George Harrison and Eric Clapton. If I were slightly older, I'm sure I'd know this instantaneously. I don't though. Not suitable is unfit. Like onions and parsley. They're both spices. That's not true. They're both like mix-in food additives. They both grow on/in the ground. Onions and parsley, I have no idea. Never in doubt as a conclusion. I don't know. MFA may be wrong. We'll see. Ars Technica. It's a news site. A villain in the first James Bond movie. That was Dr. No. That massage feels so good. It's probably like that. Hospitality. Warmth. warmth. Sandwich or cardigan title. It's the Earl of Sandwich, the Earl of Cardigan. Good. Made red in a way to anger someone. Good. It's certain to dawn on you. Well, not certain. Haven't you read your Hume? Maybe the sun will not rise tomorrow. Yammer is to gab. Organization with Octagon. That is the mixed martial arts folks, I thought. The UFC. Actually, I read about that just yesterday. Apparently, the big fighting group, UFC, which is now owned by Dana somebody, he did not start it. Instead, he bought it from a group that had earlier tried to make Universal Fighting Championship, or whatever it is, succeed, and they failed. And so the assets of the UFC were being sold off one by one by one. And so he didn't get the website for UFC.com. It went to some other company. I think all he ended up getting was the UFC trademark, as well as the UFC ring. He got the octagon and the name, and that is all. And then he made it into like a really large and attractive organization that has followers worldwide. Surname adopted by members of a punk band, the Ramones, of course. Salaried employees vacation is paid time off. And with that, I'll stop there. So in 45 minutes, we'll come back to this and finish it. Between now and then, let's play a little bit more of our game here. Hello, Sunday Warrior. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to make one last stab at making this thing. And I think what I'm currently wondering is if I just make the ground level all like that, right? If I immediately snap it into the same height, following the path I want to, am I then able to dig down somewhat? Like on top of the, how do I explain this even? Like on top of the tunnel going down, can one just remove some ground to make it look better? 200 IQ car wash. Absolutely. Get your car washed while you hurry along. We all just need like the James Bond underwater car. That would definitely fix it too. Okay, let's see how much that will work. This turn might be a little bit too aggressive, but when did that ever stop me before? Looking good. We can still see it from above. Is it flooded also? It's called Under Hill Street. I think it's instead Under Water Street. Good. Which, because it's a street, means that there's parking a lot on it. So if I then change to the highway one way, which I meant to do the whole way, we'll modify you. Good, good. Okay. And then we continue on from there. And we start going down again. Oh, do I go to 0 height? No, because 0 height would be on top of it. So I'm going to go down to 5 now. From here to here. It's still showing me. Huh. Huh. Do it at 10 under? This is feeling perhaps a little buggy. I'm not one to question these things, but now obviously we need to see a car going the whole way. Like, obviously, I want to see a car following this path. Weird. Alright, so we want to get turned around to here, honestly. Let's see what happens to get past the lamp I raised up. That's a good question. If we keep going down, at some point it will run out of space. Will it continue building the walls? Or is it instead just going to make me not able to build it? We'll see presently here. So we're going to go down to 20 under now. It's working! Okay, so at this point, it's stopped building out. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this the whole way, of course. I think it's an attractive bit to have. It's clearly some kind of bug, but Early game bugs, best bugs. If it's 10 under or less, it's open. Really? Okay. I didn't know that. With that in mind, though, where's the water coming from? That's what I'm confused by. Is... So I think it's because, for whatever reason, water appeared right here. I don't know why, but water appeared here when I started to dig down slightly. And then from that point forward, it kept on going. And there's nothing that says this cannot work. So I'm really going to be curious to see, will it actually work? I hope so. Hope so. We'll see. Alright, so now that we're good underwater, we'll just finish out our route here. We need to go down more to get underneath this. we can have an intersection if we want to. So I was hoping we could go under or over. If we go up to only 20, we can then... It's looking very intersection-like right now. Now, if I let them intersect, will this one flood then? I kind of want to try. Let's find out. It's flooded on that side. So where can I see the other side of that? Right here. Okay, so this one either hasn't flooded yet or will not flood. Island pathway, good. Okay, so made an intersection there, lovely. And now it's time for the big turn. Glorious. We're at negative 20 still. Okay, and then up, up, up. 10. Okay, at this point it goes to in water. So we have to stay at negative 20 for just a moment longer. Overlapping there also. Okay, I wonder how far down you are. If I go to 10, what happens? Oh, we're very close. So I need to expand the water, or the what's the word for it? Expand the ground a tiny bit to connect this. Okay. This is working perfectly. Okay, we don't actually need to pass over that, can't do we? Just get... No, that's wrong. Okay, if I go to there and then up, will that work? He's really cross about this in a way I don't fully understand what the complaint is. Slope too steep, it's saying. Really? I guess I did pretty steep there. I was going to go back slightly. I managed to raise the level of the ground there. Hey, Fears, how's it going, my friend? 10 months of sleepless nights. Fears, on the one hand, I'm very sorry that you're awake right now. On the other hand, it's good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us. I know that a viewer who watched us while sleeping last night said that I woke them up because, unfortunately, laughing kind of boisterously at one point. So, hopefully those of you who are sleeping nicely while watching will remain sleeping as best you can. Are you clicking in or no? There it is. Okay. So the overlapping items, I'm not sure what it's saying is overlapping. So are you connecting there? It's really hard to tell what's connecting, what's not. So we stay at 20, it's fine until we get there. I might be a little bit too close. So let's come like this instead, buying ourselves more territory to get up and around. We'll go to 15 now. That's good. And then we'll go to 10. That goes in water, so we'll go to 12.5 instead. becomes slope too steep and then in water pretty quickly. So time to do a little bit of changing again. We'll level to here first. I hope that will help. It's still mostly hidden. Perfection. That's right. Only on Twitch TV can you have a man here stand and lie to you by saying, oh, it's perfect. It couldn't be any better if we tried. Okay, it's saying slope too steep. So we need some help right along here also, apparently. And raise it just a little bit. See how that helps. You're laughing so hard, this is great. Thank you. Exactly, Doorknob. Yeah, this button here lets you go up or down by more. I've been doing the 2.5 each time, but maybe it'd be good to do even less than that. We'll see, we'll see. This is like to drive this thing. I don't think there's a first-person button in this game yet. If I can convince a, what's it called? A car to drive this way, it'd be good to go. Why are you sloped to... Okay, oh, we found it. We found it, okay. There is a place where this works. Glorious. Okay. Turning this way. We're at negative 12.5. So I just need to get up some more. That's negative 10. Can I go all the way to 0? We can. Yes! Yes! It's all beautifully attached. We did it! We did it! This part looks very silly, but I'm okay with looking silly. I kind of like that. I want to get rid of this part now if I can. Just the part that's sticking out that far. But this is wonderful. This is really, really nice. When I first started thinking of connecting this thing, this is exactly what I considered doing. Like, oh, it'll be absolutely great. And it is, and it was, and it will be. Forever and ever. Amen. Oh, am I allowed to do this? Does it still work? Did I find a delightful bug? World.end. Amen. Good. Good, good, good. Alright, so you're nicely connected in all the right directions. Look! Wait, why are you driving here? Oh, you're a police car and a delivery van. So there are being deliveries made here. On the pedestrian pathway, city essential services can come. But look, people are walking. People are talking. People are using the parking lots. Here we go, here we go. You wanted it, you get it. Friends, welcome to our delivery van. This is fine. This is good. Yes, speed up. Definitely speed up. Okay. Okay. So I can't follow it directly, but it is going, it is doing things. Where are we now? We're going on the outside path now. It's good. And the driver needs a snorkel. Better believe it. Oh yes, it is the underwater highway. It works perfectly. Alright, and then we're gonna... This is a very long path. This is a silly, silly long path, isn't it? I just now realized how long this thing is. It's on your Prime package get here in 2 days. You better believe it. Yeah, no expense is spared to get your things on time. Uh-oh, where we go now? I forgot we had a little turn there. It surprised me for sure. Oh, alright. And I think it's going to pop out like nothing even happened. I think it is totally fine. Totally fine. Does that actually work? Oh, there's some water here. Wait, how is there water here? I want it to be a hidden passageway, like some kind of Batman nonsense. But this is perfect. It reflects back. You see what you want to see. Yay, they made it. All right, fantastic. All right, it took a while to guess what we wanted, but now we have it. Perfection itself. Good. Now, what was I thinking of doing after that? We should buy more land. We definitely could. We have a bunch of land to buy. I tend to buy it whenever I want to expand, like when I want to do something with it. I don't mind holding on to it for right now, though. Unless I need to worry that some other baron will come and take all my things. Like, we could go buy up all the islands and then have a way of getting to each and every one of them. But for right now, let's not do that. Citizen happiness is increasing. Glorious. So yesterday we were working on the so-called Justice Junction here. And boy howdy, I was ready to say we didn't have a backup anymore, but boy howdy we have a backup. I have an idea. This is the best idea I've ever had. My idea is, why would anyone not be able to navigate this with their own intelligence? I mean, our people are not stupid. Like, our people know full well how to get through an area with no stoplights. They'll figure it out. Oh yeah, looking real nice. Oh, good job, good job, good job. All right, and then over in the middle, going through, everyone's going through. Cool. All right, clearly people want more commercial buildings. Let's give them just those. Eventually we'll have another path out of here, probably on the far side, to ensure that our roads are not overly struggling. A roundabout would fix it? Wait, did you not see today's stream title? Maybe it's confusing. The part where it says Roundabout Hater Alliance, we do not mean people come here and suggest roundabouts. Like, if you go into an AA meeting and saying, you know what would be fun, guys? How about some alcohol? Why are the cards yellow? Mandatory paint jobs, I think. No, in fact, they're all taxis. They're all taxis from other cities coming to visit us. Come up to meet their lawyers and have a good time here. All right, so let's put some big old high-density commercial buildings. I guess orange means there's a desire for customers, desire for... again, I wish they didn't use orange for both of these. Like, I have no idea what it actually means. It means some clicking's happening. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I stole some people's homes from them. Didn't mean to do that. Let's put it back as it should be there. There you go. Open area here, too. Let's give them some apartment buildings. High-density EU buildings there. But on the outside, we put things in also. How's the on-street parking looking? Much better than before. Much, much better. Now, where are the parking lots? Here, nope. Did I not put a parking lot here? Maybe because it's all taxis. They don't actually park, they just take off. If I go to the parking page, I believe you can see where there are parking lots already. Yeah, seemingly there aren't any, actually. So we should probably throw at least one in. This place could definitely deal with an overground parking building. Off to one side, I suppose. And you can walk a few blocks if need be. One over here also. There you go. There you go. That's nice. It's all clearing up. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. How about a circular road system where vehicles can enter and exit without impeding each other? It causes so much mental stress. An important part of the city is not just giving people a place to sit and like hang out. No. Important part of the city is to ensure health and happiness, and there is nothing more stressful. No. If there's a list of the most stressful things in life, right? There's this list that shows you what out there really challenges a person mentally, emotionally, can make their life worse. Number one, death of a spouse. Obviously, death of a spouse, very, very hard. Everyone hates that. Number two, divorces. Divorces, very hard. Children dying. Number four, though, roundabouts. Using roundabouts. So heartbreakingly difficult. And so I'm not going to inflict that pain onto people. What kind of monster would do so? Clearly the question here. Here we get some single families. It's all very, very red. Residential suitability is bad. Why is residential suitability so bad here? Consult zoning factor tooltips. Zoning factor tooltips. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's this. So, traffic? Only a little bit. You know what it is? We don't have a bus line here yet. Don't have a bus line. Don't have any subway system. Let's build a subway. I've never done anything before involving a subway. I've done nothing underground, underwater. We could do that possibly. Oh, just bad for low density. I see the issue there. Hey, E-Dog. E-Dog, thank you for your kind bits, my friend. I'll definitely convert those into sushi later today. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for giving us 200 bits. What a sign of kindness from you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this area should instead be medium density. They're okay having some kind of apartment buildings instead of the other kind. Maybe it's too noisy for standard residential. We'll see. Okay. Over here, though, Barracuda Bay is probably much nicer. It's kind of nicely laid out there. And so, single-family homes. A few of you. A few of you. Here, the same. On-street parking happening. Do you not have... You have one gigantic parking lot here that no one's using. It only costs 10. What's the cost for on-street parking? 20. Let's push it to 50. No, that's too high. Push it to 30. Now, it is possible this is too far away to walk. But, yeah, genuinely no one's parked there. I'm going to move it down to a medium-sized one instead. And put 2 mediums out instead. Keep looking for an independent parking area instead of having one that is inside the streets. Okay, someone's house gets knocked down for this. Pikachu, I choose you. Okay, so with all those placed, this area here is still saying, gosh, we wish we had some parking availability. Let's go ahead and throw one here then. Boo, yay, boo. Okay, hope it helps out. We can make a little cul-de-sac here, I suppose. I haven't tried to do that yet. So, I know we have pre-made intersections. Are there also pre-made, like, circular locations we could build? Or do I have to learn how to build a circle on my own? Let's check the roads page. Pre-made circles. No, no such thing. Gotta do it ourselves. So, we want to have a small road. One way? Sure, one would be nice. Cul-de-sac so they have French roundabout? Oh no. Maybe you're right. Cat. It's a nice straight line there first. It's going down. I forgot we changed the level of things. Yeah, a lot of people live on it. I don't think of it as being a roundabout. The issue is if people instead can drive on it and go in circles. That's not what we want. Okay, so one-way street. Is there a bulb end? I'm having to make it myself, unfortunately. Which I'm looking forward to doing very much. Cat. So, it is time to do some math. If I go straight to the middle, this is the radius of 24. And then I go to... oh boy. This is not working well. Oh, okay, it's bending the wrong direction. So go here instead. Hey, Zelion. Zelion, thank you for the resubscription, my friend. How's it going? Hope you had a good day. Okay, so 90-degree angle. If it's 40 meters... what do circles look like? I know how to freehand this, but... will that do it? Let's see. This is going to be a disaster. Just like, if you're expecting perfection right now, why are you in this channel? That is like seriously the question. No, not that. it's a good start. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be so far. Looks a bit bulbous on one side, but on the only side, in fact. Okay. I'll say good enough for freehand very soon. That said, I remember seeing a GIF back in the day of a guy who can freehand draw like a proper circle, like going overhand onto the board, onto a blackboard with a piece of chalk, like this. It's like a beautiful circle. Apparently there's yearly competitions for freehand circle drawing at size. It's pretty good. A circle would fit in a square. Oh, so I draw a square first. I could then force a circle inside of it. No. That sounds like cheating. It's like using a stencil, I'm sure. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Look at it. Look what we did. Cozy streets. Cozy circle. Hey. In theory, doing a circle to raise your length of your arm would be perfectly easy. Wait. Is it possible your body works way different than mine? I mean, sure it does, but do you mean like this is my arm, and so take a piece of chalk and put it on, and then like keeping your elbows steady? That's what I can't keep going. The length of my entire arm. I mean, it would need a very large chalkboard then. I've never had chalkboards that tall. I suppose it's possible. The thing that was amazing though is the guy did it in a standard size chalkboard. You know, from waist or so. Okay. Maybe you just see it to feel impressed. Got to make sure y'all are suitably impressed by things in the world. Not just y'all saying, oh, here, this is easy, Resorty, easy. All right, so freehand chalk circle. Yes, this man right here. We're going to mute it because we don't want to deal with ads or my YouTube video being destroyed. Okay, watch. Watch. Man's getting ready, preparing. These children are so bored. What do you mean you're gonna draw a circle? What? Gotta draw it. Gotta make sure you have the correct surface on which to work. It's really important. Oh yeah, blow on it. Pull your pants up, candle's going down. Okay. Look at that! Look what the man made! So I've officially become a reaction streamer, it seems. Terribly sorry. I agree. The right bottom is not 100% right, but it's close enough. It's close enough. Like, that's not easily done. So actually, after the first time I ever saw this, I immediately went to school the next day and tried it. I did not have any students in the room, thank God. It's hard. It's really, really hard to do it, especially at speed. I'm guessing the speed has something to do with the efficacy. It's about like using your arm as merely a tool instead of an intentional drawer. But there you go. Burn the witch indeed. Speaking of which, Cozy Circle, the best name. We're gonna call this one. This is gonna be the Circle Intaker Road. Good. You subscribed for Resorty Reacts. I mean, the first hour or so of stream each day is Resorty Reacts. It's me blathering about this and that, but no, I don't know how to react well, unfortunately. Oh, what I like about the circle here, what I like very much here, is the homes are already separated. Yeah, it's good. It's good. The circle in Cantor Road. First hour is already story hour. I mean, it's kind of reaction, right? It's not exactly like watching a video and reacting, which one could do. Is instead reacting to, my life and your stories. But yeah, maybe we should do a pure reaction stream, put on episodes of Dr. House, and enjoy seeing how we think that's enjoyable or no. Hey, Sorrentus! Thank you for the 200 bits also. You proposed a neighborhood called Perfect Circle, contained entirely inside an oval roundabout. I don't know how to make a roundabout. Like, I know how to make a circle. You see there, job well done. Maybe we'll try that later. Maybe next we'll try to make a little oval roundabout and see what comes of it. But, I don't know. It might be too predictable to have a roundabout thing. Not to be this isn't too roundabout of a way, but we'll see. You can't exit the circle. That's a good point. Why not? I mean, that's the point. Yeah, any man who dares end the circle goes round and round in circles. No, there is a roundabout roundabout tool, Cobblestorm, but Sorrentus is saying put the neighborhood inside of the roundabout, and so the roundabout usually is fairly small. Yeah, why can they only turn left? Can I change that? Let's see. We go to the road tool. Whatever I do, no left turn. Alright, so now it says no left turn. Does that mean it'll go both directions or no directions? Well, they're building. We'll see what comes of it. Hey Axel, happy Red Shirt Day to you also. It was not the best thing when I had Red Shirt Day during playing Star Trek, but Red Shirt during this game works pretty well. Good seeing you, friend. And I want to give him something to look at in the middle. Perhaps a grove of trees, or... No, let's make a nice little park in the middle. So, a plaza. Oh, it's so big. Why are the small parks so big? Like, I was thinking a gazebo, right? A little gazebo in the middle where you can take your special lady in her Easter bonnet, promenade along. So let's make it ourselves instead. Yeah, it's just so strange that small does not mean small. Oh, good call. The Intaker Road I made one way also. We don't want that. Thank you for catching that indeed. Yeah, that should be a 2-lane road instead. Is this a protest? You're spending your free time. Oh, everyone just hanging out. It's a gang. When you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day. When you're a jet, you're... It does look like a zombie horde. Are they going to play the basketball? The tennis? I wonder if they came on a bus, maybe, and got there all together. You have no idea that gazebos and Easter bonds are interrelated linked? I was thinking of that Easter parade musical. They're actually promenading on the Avenue, 5th Avenue. I sang a song back in middle school. You'll find that you're in the Rotographer, I believe is what it's called. The Photographer? I don't recall. It's a magazine, though. I must change his road type to just being 2-lane boring instead. There we go. All right. That makes it better. Now, because I removed the left turn, I think they can only get out now? Possibly? You go around once, then you leave. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we'll return to that a little later, see what's happening. There's a desire for even more commerce in our city. So, if I want to put commerce in the city... Oh, it's going great. It's going great. No. Let's go ahead and make ourselves... what? A train. a subway, in fact. So to this page, train, tram, subway. When the surface becomes crowded, retreat to mole people. Transport can be taken underground, and while subway can be built overground as well as underground, its strength lies in transportation of very large numbers of people below the ground without taking up valuable land. Alright, so first things first, we need to build a subway yard, depot for the trains. Okay, let's buy some territory here and build it that way. Mine. Got another fun little island, too. Good. So back behind Justice Junction is where the trains will live. Must be on a road. Okay, we'll get your roads soon enough, my friends. Okay, and then subway station overground. Allows passenger subway train boarding and disembarking overground. But also an underground subway station. Okay, so... inside the mountain there, people are waiting. Good. We need to connect between these two, I assume. I'm going to make a standard exit here. What's it called? A trumpet, I believe. Intersection. This is all a bit much. Okay. It's called Trumpet Roundabout. Oh no. This is the non-roundabout kind. And so I want to destroy parts of the highway in both directions, then go there. Okay. Doot. We'll reconnect in a moment. We can watch the cars panic. Oh, someone just disappeared. Taking to meet their makers. Okay. That looks nice enough. This connection is easy, the other one will be a little harder. Amity Highway? Oh, I love that. I don't like the Amityville horror, but Amity, Comity. So we're working together in a spirit of friendship. Absolutely perfect. Highway, one way. Ah, so this is a 3-lane and then a 2-lane. We'll go to the 2-lane from here to here. Cool. And the same thing on this side, 2-lane from there to there. Good. Beautiful. Remember the song from grade school, Each Pray with Rotographer? It is indeed Rotographer. Thank you for remembering the very strange word that I, as a middle school student, had to learn how to sing. Middle school choirs made me the man I am today. I'm not the world's greatest singer, but I think that helped me to not feel quite so ashamed of my poor singing. And now you all get exposed to it many days a week. 6 days a week, in fact. Okay, so we have the looping one on. We want to come... Oh, let me try to do parallel. We talked about this before and never actually made it. So, can I do this correctly? That's actually not bad. A little bit like weird knees here. The thighs, the legs, weird. Hey, Loin Steaks, how's it going? This is going great, thank you. We made a beautiful island setup today that I really enjoyed making. Turn off parallel now. Yeah, I'll show you the island setup in a moment. It's really good. Whoops. Definitely the wrong size there. Upgrade. You. Yeah, nice. And then I make a larger road for this thing to run into that we'll use in the future to upgrade. We'll go just right along here. Cool. And then off of that, we'll have a smaller 2-lane, because it's not the case that any one's going here to live and work or anything. It's just a basic connection. So we go down a little bit and straight ahead. And then connect here. And then connect them together. Give me that 90. Cool. That will work. Alright, city services are needed. Kind of far away. That's okay though. So bring me the pipes. The pipes are calling. Do any of you try to make your pipelines look very nice? In this game, it seems not to punish us nearly as much if it doesn't. Or if we don't, rather. Because definitely in, like, Auction Not Included, making bad pipe decisions cause problems later. This game is putting them absolutely wherever I think is fine. There's so much free space. Yeah, and Oni, you run out of free space pretty quickly. I think that's the real challenge. All connected, good. And then we have the power line also below ground already. And we'll steal from this one. Oh, this is a train line. A train line feeds the subway. Gotta love that. Didn't connect. Oh, because underground. And this is overground. We have 4 million monies. Holy cow! We're earning 394,000 straight and clear and honest. Our taxes are up to 2 million a month. Wow. Wow. Our economy is actually functional. So much so that I'm going to reset everything. Lowering fees. People need their water. People need their trash pickups. They'll get the best possible city services. It's going to cost a little bit more, but that's what you're guaranteed if you come live here in Rizville. Things are well cared for you. Even the $5 in landscaping we do. Alright. What didn't work, though, was this connection, unfortunately. So... I wonder what changed. I guess what ended up changing, I started building much more aggressively over larger portions of the city. Where previously I had... Wait, why are you all coming here? There's nothing here for you. Just the old man and the girl. They live ordinary lives. They're moving in. Moving to where? There's no one to move in here. Maybe they're stopping to have a little stretch in the legs to let the dog out, perhaps. Okay. Right, electricity is what we need. Good. Murillo cabs needed. Always, always, always. Okay. Over hill, over dale. Connected. I give you... Not connected. Oh, you have to connect to the street. I keep screwing that up. I gotta go to the street, and the street then feeds the rest. There we go. There we go. Online? Online. Okay. So, we now want to make a subway line that connects to here initially. So, chugga, 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 choo choo. Double subway tracks or single. I can imagine myself doing the single and then get very annoyed having done so. So let's try the double and see what happens. Okay. So these are like the backstop things. Okay, on both sides it's backed out right now, or blocked out right now, it looks like. So I tried to build here. What happens? Okay. Trying to go that way. So make a little turn. Looking forward to seeing what the subways look like. Also, this is above ground, so let's take the turn and then begin going down, down, down. 10's a bit much though, so we'll bring it down to 2.5 initially. And then down to 5, hopefully. Okay, and then we'll go down to our 7.5. Soon it will be 10. Curve too tight. Okay. I'm guessing the trains need a larger turning radius than anything else we've built this far. Especially as the trains get longer and longer. We're going down to 15 now. And we're just going to follow the path along the way. Only problem with that is, as you see, there's a area there that's somewhat higher than we thought, or lower than we thought. Is a subway or an underground train? I selected the subway here. So underground train would be in this one, I believe. But we're currently doing subway line. I don't quite know how they fit together, but we'll figure that out for sure. Down to 20 now. And so the question's going to be, it appears to be the case that we just connect straight up like that. Huh, cool. We're still doing double lanes though, so hopefully we can pick up in both directions there. We decide where we're going to go next. So Justice Junction, stop number 1. I should probably have a way of bypassing that also. So make a second line that just continues straight on till morning. And hope that the folks know how to use a signal system. Okay, I mean, clearly the mistake I've made so far is that we're on the wrong side of the highway. So we could pick up at Barracuda Bay also, and I guess at Liquid Acids as well, and then find a way to, get turned around. So we could have a path up this way. Have a complete loop would probably be good, and then stop where we want to stop. We definitely have to get people into downtown and a few stops. Like even from Barracuda Bay to Justice Junction would help. Because right now the connection between these is the highway, which has so much backup. Okay, let's go put a new subway system. We can do above ground if we want to. Wonder why I would though. Okay, what I'd like to do here is have a small road that goes off this way. Fine. It turns up that way. At the end of that, we'll put our subway system. Oh, friends, I just glanced at the clock. It is 12 noon my time. Let's go and play for another few minutes, I guess. And then we'll do some crossword and say goodbye after that. Okay, it needs to be which side? This side, I believe. Now, if I were smart, what I would be doing is ensuring that we had a bus line that helps move people to here from around the city. I'm going to snap back in. It's just not quite going how I want to, so that's fine too. Yes, we should have a bus line that just drives through Barracuda Bay, picking people up and dumping them here. Likewise on this side, a bus that goes throughout, dump people off at the subway system here. Eventually. Okay, so at the end of the Saturday stream is always like especially sad for me. It's like, oh, I'm having a great time. I'm really enjoying myself. And then I recognize that I won't stream tomorrow. It's always a little bit sad because I do enjoy hanging out with you all so much. It's a really nice time, frankly. Can you connect in now? Nice and slowly like so. You come this way. Cool. All right. Now, this is a little bit awkward. So what we're going to do is Turnabout is one of those trains I hate being on in Tokyo where, yeah, always coming into final approach with a bunch of turning back and forth, and my stomach hurts a little bit by the end. Okay, that's attached. We have some connection. I'd like to bury this if I can. I mean, while that looks really, really cool, like, absolutely. Can we not even afford a proper door? Are we too poor to get a full door here? Do a short Sunday evening stream? Oh, I mean, on the one hand, that'd be so fun. So the thing to say is this. It is the case that tomorrow morning, my wife Noms goes to yoga almost every Sunday morning. So while she's at yoga, I could do some streaming. But I usually use Sunday morning to catch up on schoolwork and to get a tiny bit of distance from the stream. While I love it, it is also requires a kind of energy I don't always have. So we'll see. Do an uncapped subathon. I've never done a subathon. I've never said directly give me money. I mean, subathons appeal to me in one respect, not at all in a different way. So we'll see. Treetos or Treetos. Thanks for the follow. Hello, friend. We'll see where we want to go to next. So we could, because we're underground, we could just fly along here and dump people into the Grove. I guess the far side of the Grove would probably be the better way to go. Let's do that. So I would like to have a big, what's it called? Let's have a big loop all around the outside. But for right now, it might be better to just dump some people in a useful place. So outside edge of the Grove, which is, where to go? Cobbleton, there it is. I dump you here. Oh, you said I should do a Sunday evening stream my time, not Sunday evening your time. So Sunday evening, because it's the night before work restarts, noms I tend to hang out and try to be cute together. No one will see each other much in the week, so probably not. I got one big question for you all. If you're still here, you must be having a good time. So a big question is, would you like to see me continue playing this map on Monday when I come back? Or should we instead say goodbye to this one and try a brand new map? I'm basically cool either way. Let me put a vote out, though. So the question of the day is going to be, on Monday, continue or new map. And I'll make the decision ultimately, but I'm curious what y'all think. So, more of Wisconsin, that's the current name, or New Ventures. Okay, so voting now. It's on for 1 minute. If you click a button, if it popped up, I'd love to see what you got. And honestly, I do not know. What I would do differently if I've started a brand new one. I've learned some things, like definitely I'll make a better map than previously, but I'm not entirely sure like what concretely I can say will be different or perhaps better. Something I should do a special event stream where we go to Don Quixote and come home and stream about showing off the weird stuff you bought. Yeah, I mean, possibly. I don't like buying stuff just for the sake of showing them off, though. We have a very small house here, and so if we buy things to keep them around, it's sometimes of a waste. I don't want to buy things and just throw them away. So we could buy food. But yeah, Don Quixote is pretty crazy. Alright, looks like, as of right now, new ventures equals new problems is winning by just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take this under advisement that most of you who are still here at the end would like to see a brand new map. And I'm cool with that. New map, it's all roundabouts. We'll vote again at the start of stream on Monday. See what people are thinking on that end, because definitely it's different people at the start and the end. And yeah, I'm cool either way. Whichever way, we will be doing at least one more week of this game. And it is the case that in 5 or so days, the new Crusader Kings 3 DLC comes out. And so I intend to play that not quite when it comes out, but after a day or so afterwards. Because I can't stay away from Crusader Kings 3. But one more week of this first. Anyway, at this point, I'm going to say, let's go ahead and do a little crossword to finish out today's stream. That'll probably be all the cities fun for today. But thank you for hanging out. If you were here for the cities, it was a really good time. And we'll definitely get more of this over on whatever day that is, over on Monday for sure. Hey, Greyline, have you ever been to Bangkok? No, I've not. No, here in Asia, I've been to places in Japan, and that is all. We've talked about going to other places, talked about going to Korea, Joseon, to Beijing possibly. You know, there's a lot of other places we could go, but flights are so expensive right now for us because the yen is not having a good time, and the majority of plane things like fuel and so on are purchased in non-yen, and so the prices have been staying very high on flights right now. So we're staying inside Japan. That said, I'm hoping to get to Hokkaido later this year. We'll see. All right, let me go ahead and run the ad break. It's 3 minutes of ads, then you'll be able to see the end of the crossword. There's not that much left to do. When this is done, though, we'll be saying goodbye for For good for now. I say for good, I just mean for the day, don't worry. Jester so soon? Yeah, unfortunately, it is a day one. My wife's home from work, and so I want to go hang out with her. It's always a good time. So, words before a trying time. We can do it. A trying time. We'll make our best. I'm not sure. So darn cute is adorable. So it's not going to be ace, but instead a-ro. So aromantic, not asexual. MSTK 3 DLC. Yeah, they just keep coming, don't they? Grammy Song of the Year winner for I Can't Breathe. I have no idea who this is, unfortunately. Yeah, something We'll see. I'm guessing it's based on the George Floyd incident, though. Extol the virtues of would be laud, possibly. Praise? Brag on? A person who's barely seen outside the house? A nudist, of course. They're seen bare. Love it. Only murders in the building actor Lane. That's Nathan Lane. I learned of him initially in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, which is a very, very strange musical I enjoy so much. In a public forum, per social media slang. On main, right? You don't put it on your alternate hidden, it's on main instead. Inside info, what's the skinny, I believe? Blank the Impaler is Vlad the Impaler. Tarzan portrayer Ron. So it's in this often. We often see this in crossword. I think it's Ron Eli. Not sure it's right though. Ways of Ways. So Waze is a traffic app, I believe, so it's roads. Highland Games attire. You wear the kilts. Junior's Hurdle. The practice scholastic aptitude test, whatever it is. Metric weights. Probably kilograms. Seems likely. Hurry, quaintly. You high. Heidi-ho. Gold of Guerrero is Oro. Upscale Japanese Peruvian chain. I still have no idea on that one. French fashion giant is indeed Dior. Good. Classic Ray-Bans. Is it Sir something? I have no idea. Kate Mara is the person who played Zoe Barnes. A cheeky article of clothing. Oh, the thong. The thong shows the cheeks. Important part of an undertaking, or we found 8 of these puzzle answers. Important part of an undertaking. Half the... Okay, I'm guessing her is the name of an artist. That seems likely. Franchise that claims to have invented deep dish. Uno's Pizzeria. The Dunk Tank is the splash addition to the outdoor event. Run is to Gallop. Cool. I thought it was an H for Takeru, who makes competitive eating. Is it Kabaisha? Kabashia? Oh, it's Kobayashi. It's Kobayashi, that's the man's name. Like Kobayashi Maru. Dallas to Houston direction, I guess it's south-southeast. Sounds good. Fresh start, so to speak. Model Patty, married to George Harrison. Like onions and parsley. Oh, they're often minced. Never in doubt. That's a foregone conclusion. Words for a trying time. Here goes. Like, here goes nothing. Winning is half the battle. Or whatever it is. Good. Alright, so... Marathon. So... Verdun is a battle in... World War II, sorry. Shiloh, Civil War, etc. So winning is half the battle. So the battle here has been halved. Get it? Halved. So Marathon, Battle of Midway, also World War II. Wayfarers apparently is the kind of Ray-Bans. So onions and parsley are millennial. No. Wait, Mianol? Oh, biennial. So the degree for design is a bachelor's of fine arts, not a master of fine arts. They're biennial, so they grow twice and then stop growing. Got it. Fresh start, a new era. I just didn't see it as 2 words. And then here, model Patty Lloyd. I don't know which one. I think Nobu is the name of some Japanese restaurant. So I'm pretty sure Nobu's correct there, which means that something else is problematic. Give me just one moment so I can find it, and then I'll ask you for your help. Okay, Eli here. For Ron Eli, it might be a Y. There we go. Cat. Good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Thanks for the kind company. It was a fun time as we sorted that one out. At some point, I probably should have noticed that the words were split battles. But yes, half the battle is an important part of the undertaking. We like it. Friends, thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you for spending time with me today. It was a lovely, lovely time as we played some crossword. We played some cities. I'll be back tomorrow. That's not true. Back the day after tomorrow with some more of this game right here. Namely our Cities Skylines ongoing good time. If you have any strong beliefs or strong ideas about what we should be playing, like what kind of city we should try to make on Monday, come to the Discord. Give me a suggestion. I'd love to see you all over there. I'd love to know what you think. I'll go and put the Discord code in chat. If you're interested in joining us there, just click that link and come on over. Hey, Zayday, or yeah, probably Zayday. Thanks for the follow. Good having you here. So, see you on Monday. My Monday, your Sunday night probably. It'll be a good time. For now, I appreciate you. I thank you, and I'll see you again soon. We gotta raid someone. I almost forgot. This time, for the past week, I've managed to raid someone every single day. I have not forgotten even once. Okay, so. Our friend Imperial Jedi is still streaming this game. He's been on longer than I have today. I can't just keep sending you all back and forth, though. So let me grab someone who's very, very small. We'll try to make their day. This man has a nice beard. He says 18 plus. Anyone who marks their stream 18 plus concerns me a little bit. But sure. Let's give this guy a shot. He has a cool beard after all. So his name is Sugar Diabetes. This might be a terrible decision. Let's see. When you get over there, please do offer a kind hello friend. Give him the best possible word from us. Zelikova, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. This might be fine. We'll see. Either way, see you again soon. Thank you immensely. Appreciate you. If you're up at 4 o'clock Japan time and want to talk about Wrexham, I'd enjoy that. Goodbye, Flask. Thanks for the follow, Flask. Thank you all. Farewell, farewell.
Seven residents, 9 dogs, 4 cats, 12 feet.